This program is intended for mature audiences and may contain some material that is not suitable for everyone, including violence, coarse language, and unfiltered opinions. We do not endorse the views of those we report on.
All right, fellas, we're back for another riveting episode of Unterhaven. I've got my lovely panelists.
Yeah, sure, you betcha.
Oh my god.
Yeah, sure, don't you know there?
Oh,
yeah.
We're all back. We're all back, and yeah, I've got a bit of an announcement. We're gonna be having a new intro. By the time that we do this show next, we should have a brand new intro. It's a bit of I guess it's like a new intro and a new logo to go with it, but it's a bit of a return to old. If any of you guys missed the old intro that we used to have under Underhaven with the fucking badass song and everything, I don't know. It's really, I always loved that song, but it's even like grown on me further in recent years, and I'm so eager to bring that shit back because like I feel like that's like the defining theme song of my life at this point. So I'm ready to bring that shit back. We got a bunch of beautiful people in the chat. What's up, Sydney? What's up, Billy Boy Blue? What's up, Jilly's mom? We got Juniper Jupiter. We got Spherical Man. We got Zeta. Bunch of beautiful people in the fucking chat already. As always,
a show for the people.
Yeah, it's a show for the people. It's a show for the people. And we got so much shit to talk about. We got some Von Helton shit. We got some JF shit. We got some stuff to talk about with Dave and a bunch of just current event stuff as well. And one particular cooking video. We'll just be talking about
so curious about that cooking video.
The singular cooking video. I did give a hint to the people who on panel a little bit before we went live here, but it's the worst way to serve pasta that I've ever seen.
Oh. I thought you were talking about the roasted butt plugs.
No,
Steam
no,
video,
no.
huh?
That's for the private show.
Oh no, you were saying you just put them in the oven for a minute to warm them up. Okay, okay, all right. Sorry,
Make good use of your knobs.
I got hit in the head with a board today. I'm not really that focused. Go ahead, Keon.
Yeah, man.
I was just gonna say, don't get the Texas toothpicks and shove them up your ass. That won't bode well.
Hey.
Yeah, that's not a joke, by the way. One of our co-hosts here had a very unfortunate run-in with a piece of wood, so you know, wish him the best.
He got wood. He got wood.
Yeah.
I was working the middle stall, and then someone knocked on the door.
Yeah.
Turned my head at the wrong time.
Classic lizard moment.
Poke your eye out, kid.
Rusted through all of a sudden, concussed and not paid.
I want to bring up these links right quick before we head into the show. We'll get into some riveting content. I have so much shit. I'm a bit under the weather tonight, honestly, but we just have so much content that I wanted to put on a show for you guys anyway. But before we go live, I do want to say if anyone's able to help out with this shit, go help out Mango. She's still gonna be living the sweet life of in the fucking hotel. So go check that fucking shit out. Help her out. She needs the help. Mango, is there anything that you want to say in particular on the subject? You could probably put into words better than me. Damn, she may be experiencing what you call an internet issue. Some of that hotel internet. See, this is why you guys need to help out. Yeah. So if you guys can help out, then help out. I appreciate that shit.
Yeah, for sure.
Incredible timing. Oh my god.
Oh man, yeah, that was some fucking incredible timing. I'll tell you that much. But we'll bring that up later, and then we'll let Mango give her own little spiel. I'll probably just keep it to us for now. But later on, I do want to definitely get your take on the cooking shit. So if you're here when we're talking about the cooking shit, then definitely hop on panel and give your 2 cents on that.
Yeah.
I've been trying to keep the panel just 4 people for now, but
hey.
Oh my god,
it looks like we got extra space.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, goddamn. All right. Well, we'll see what happens. Hopefully Mango will be back, but
yeah,
I do have an interesting story an anecdote, if you will, for the end of the show, but I'll save it.
All right, yeah, we'll save it for the end. There's a lot to get into here. I don't even know really where to begin. There's something that you gave a bit of a commentary over. It seems like that I kind of want to talk about because Dave put out this really weird YouTube post, and I know that's kind of vague. So I'll bring up the exact one really soon, but you might know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly which one.
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So Dave said this recently. One of the weirdest things I've ever seen him say. Lord of Patriarchy 6 days ago. Take Taylor Swift hostage or something. He says.
Yeah.
You what?
Yeah. There I am, right there.
Yeah, there you are. There you are. And you have a bit of a theory here because he doesn't actually explain why.
No.
He just says take her hostage or something, which is really weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. And fun fact, the football player she's now dating, Travis Kelce. I went to school with that guy from kindergarten all the way through high school.
Wow, really? Damn.
Yeah.
Small world, man. Jesus Christ.
Him and his brother. I played hockey with his brother. It's fucking
wow. Jay Schroeder is maybe had no testament marriage in mind. Nice, good one. It's Green Boy, who's like a Dave simp. It's just careful, Dave. You're advocating for unlawful activity. Yeah, that is unlawful activity. Taking someone hostage is probably one of the worst fucking things that you can do to them.
Yeah, for fucking.
We will take them hostile. Delete.
Yeah,
hostage.
encouraging young people to vote, which might even be more superficial than what you're assuming. Because you gotta understand, this is Dave here. His fucking simple brain, but.
He
the Korean Lords still won't help the Vikings.
Fucking I forget who I was listening to, but they were like the right wing is just completely up in arms because Taylor Swift was go register to vote to all of her young fans, and the I don't know, whatever registration site had a 1,200% increase in traffic and registrations within the first few hours. Yeah, it was a massive group of people that went and registered to vote, and all of the right wingers, all the talking heads were she's a fucking idiot. She doesn't know what she's doing. She's just influencing these, dumb young people. And it's just like, the only reason you're saying that is because if more young people vote, then you lose.
Exactly. Like, you just need to face the reality that if you want to get the younger vote, you need to change the goddamn party, and you need to actually employ better policies. You know what I mean?
Dave's a prime example of like the same type of fucking Republican right wing or whatever however you want to classify him, because he will never admit to being, he's like, I'm a centrist. He'll never admit to being as far right as he is, but he'll spout off the most egregious shit.
Like that women don't deserve to drive.
Yeah.
Oh, he actually said the other day that women shouldn't get an education because it's just wasted.
What? Wow, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No shit.
I don't know. Sometimes I feel like my education has been a bit wasted.
Yeah, no. I've made the soup that you make, and yes, you gave me the recipe, and that shit's fucking.
You know what's funny about it to me is because Dave is like a very special type of sexist. There's sexist people out there who have this very still backwards mentality of it's like a woman's place is for thinking and a man's place is for muscles. But Dave thinks that women are both weak and stupid. Like, it's not even that type of traditional fucking sexism. He thinks that women are literally inferior in every way.
Yeah.
Which is insane to me. It's like not even that type of stereotypical masculinity where it's still very backwards, but most fucking men who are like this type of flavor of sexism, they can still acknowledge that women have their value and there are things that they're better at men at. But Dave just thinks men are better than women at everything. Everything. That's not true.
It's incel misogyny.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, exactly.
And
that goes
I
a bit
tried
further than incel misogyny at points, though. Like, you're looking at conservative light. That's where he's sitting at. He's sitting at
he's of this belief that they should be like
doesn't
slaves.
hold the full values of conservatives, but
but he still acts like women should be like a second-class citizen, like slaves, and that they should be ferried around because they're not smart enough to drive.
He argued earlier that fucking women shouldn't vote because they don't sign up for the draft. I'm like, first off, there's already amendments to that effect that it doesn't matter what gender you are, you get to vote as long as you're 18.
Yeah.
And
the suffrage movement was about.
And the one other thing Dave fucking neglects to fucking pound in his goddamn empty head, we don't have a draft. We have selective service, but that's not the same as a draft because the draft comes direct from the government.
The only draft that Dave thinks about is beer.
Well, of course, yeah.
And what he also fails to realize is if World War III popped off and they were like, hey, everybody that's in the selective service, you're getting called up for war, his ass would show up to whatever station. They'd be like, yeah, no, just go home. You're not fit for service, dude. Like go with all the other sandbags that that are gonna end up on in a trench.
Also, a draft would expand the ages of choice from the government out from probably 18 to 45.
Yeah. So
not 18 to 26.
Yeah. We'll talk more about Dave. There is one other thing I want to talk about that he did, but we'll talk about that later since it's mostly unrelated to that. I just mostly want to talk about that because it was fun to see a lizard just randomly call him out on my YouTube feed, and just the fact that he thinks that it's okay to say that. I understand it's consistent with all his other ways that he treats women, but it's really unhinged to be saying that. And honestly, saying shit like that is gonna make you lose your YouTube channel again. I guarantee you that's why you lost the fucking first one.
I do have something in defense of Dave.
Oh God, this better be good, lizard.
No, I think it was last night he had a stream, and I guess someone doxed his phone number or something.
Jesus.
And someone was calling him.
Yeah, that's not kosher, man.
During stream. Yeah. Now, Dave has never done that to anybody. Okay, he keeps online. He doesn't go IRL ever. If whoever did that isn't 100% completely in the wrong. You can talk shit about what he has to say. You can talk shit about
if you
how
did
he
that, you're
looks.
worse than Dave.
Yeah,
Honestly,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
you're lower than the fucking jam between his toes.
And like
So,
Dave even made mention, like, I always keep to the code.
yeah,
Like, I don't take this off of here. And
Yeah.
he doesn't. He keeps it to Twitter. He keeps it to YouTube, and that's it. Like, when he gets offline, it's done. It's over for the day.
Dave has some very heinous opinions, but at the end of the day, they're opinions, and many of them are very harmful and irresponsible opinions. But don't bring that shit into fucking real life. It doesn't have to come down to that shit because there's a lot worse people that could deserve your fucking attention. Even then, don't fucking dox them.
And since I know for a fact that Dave watches Unterhaven every once in a while at least, Dave, if you're watching, go file a fucking police report. Don't make idle threats over the internet. Actually file the report and do something about it.
Get some accountability going on here, man.
Yeah, if something actually happened to you, just go file the report. The worst case scenario is you get a piece of paper saying that you filed the report. That's it. And if it continues with the same person, then it'll qualify as harassment. So if you find out who that person is, doesn't matter because
like it does not matter.
No.
I understand where he's coming from with the whole they can't do anything with just this, but that's not the point. If you have enough built up, you have a paper trail of everything that's going on.
Yeah.
Then they can do something at some point. Yes.
If
especially if it escalates.
Yeah. If anything, Dave could probably do a *57 and get a trace back through the phone company.
Yeah. Like
it pays to know your vertical service codes.
Look, I know that none of our viewers would ever do that shit.
Phone numbers though?
It should. The origin of the trace would go to the phone company, not to the subscriber. So it would show up. Yeah.
So stop guzzling down cores for a minute, Dave, and fucking figure that shit out. Because if someone's doing that shit, that's not okay. And I know that none of our viewers would ever do that shit. I just wanted to put that out there, and I'm glad Lizard put his opinion on that out there because it's important shit. And if you guys see anyone else doing that shit, then call it out to the best of your ability. Yep.
100%.
Yeah.
I unfortunately went down that fucking road because I doxed myself. Like I've been a public figure for fucking years. Doesn't really matter to me, but everything that happened to me, like I got swatted and everything. It happens, but now I have the information that I need, most of the information that I need to actually pursue, legal action. And just because it took like a year doesn't mean it's not going to happen.
Yeah, it doesn't mean it's not worth it either because like it is, because not only can you like prevent that shit from being, a negative factor in your life again, you can prevent like some action being taken to sort towards some other poor soul, you know what I mean? So what's up, Tweak?
So Dave, act now, don't delay. Put in a report today.
All right. Dan, we got 17 beautiful people watching right now. I know some of you guys haven't said hi in the chat yet. Say hi to me and drop a like if you like this shit. And also, as always, there's these important links. If anyone can help out our beautiful co-host here, I'd much appreciate it. Now let's talk about
for the lurkers.
Yeah, let's talk about some news. Because I'm the first one to discover some shit about good old Von Helton here. Because he uploaded a video today. And I can't stand to watch his entire video. None of us can. So I got us some timestamps. We're going to take a look at some short minute or two timestamps. I got about 4 timestamps each. So it's probably about like 8 minutes of content in total, if even. So let's take a look at what he has to say here. Each one of these is really fucking crazy. I believe I have this labeled. I just have this labeled flimsy conspiracy theory. This is kind of like the beginning of it all. So let's see what Von's theory is here.
We're going to see the magnum opus of that.
Can you hear that?
Wow, that was fucking stupid. This conspiracy theory sucks.
All right, hold your horses, then.
All right, next video.
All right, moving on.
This blue monkey boners already.
What's up, Seth? All right, let's get into this shit.
And we're gonna and with this, you will know that the trolls have failed in their mission because their mission was to silence me. Okay, because if you
Well, considering the fact that you've been left to only Odyssey and nowhere else, I would say that's pretty fucking successful
Yeah.
if that's what they were trying to do. But no,
I
we're
mean-
not trying to silence you. At least, I can only speak for myself, but I'm pretty sure the rest of the trolls, haters, and naysayers are pretty content laughing at you as long as you're fucking going to be around. Like, we want to laugh at you. It's just that your own incompetence is what keeps getting you landed off each one of these platforms. You have no one to blame but yourself at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Because even a lot of these alternative platforms that are supposed to be like right-wing havens, like, free speech hubs, as I've heard them advertise, they get rid of Helton because he goes way too fucking far. And they don't like to see people go that goddamn mask off, because if they do, then it delegitimizes what they're trying to go for as like a platform. And they just can't have someone like Vaughn on there. So yeah, that's why you've been reduced to this.
Well, here's my question, though.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to ask, has he actually been kicked off of those right-wing platforms? Because to my knowledge, he has not been kicked off of Rumble. Odyssey's been around for fucking ever, and he hasn't been kicked off of Odyssey. He just doesn't understand how it works. He hasn't been kicked off BitChute. He still sometimes uploads replays of his videos.
I haven't seen him on BitChute in a while, but I don't think he got banned. It might just literally be
he hasn't
YouTube
gone so far as to even be kicked off of the far-right stuff.
Yeah, so it might just literally be YouTube and Twitch that he's talking about, but it's pretty clear that the reason why he'd get kicked off there is because they're the most fucking sensitive about that shit, because they're mainstream with mainstream advertisers. Of course they're going to be picky about that shit.
I think it might have been Mudbrooker, a few streams ago put the stats in the chat. Like last year, YouTube, Google made, a few $100 billion off of having the platform, whereas Rumble made like 96 million or some shit like that. And the difference between 300 billion and 96 million is about 300 billion. So
yep.
Yeah,
like if you're getting buried on a platform as small as Rumble is compared to YouTube, you're probably just either not that interesting, or they just don't want your content out there. Because Steven Crowder says some egregious ass shit, but he actually has tact and he knows how to present it, and he's professional and he brings them in money. So that ain't Vaughn's fucking strong suit.
No, it's not his MO at all. Vaughn quit BitChute because they wouldn't make a safe space for Vaughn. I think I could have swore I remember actually hearing a video about that, or we maybe watched a video about that at some point. Maybe not on this channel, but somewhere. But yeah, he was pissed off because they wouldn't take down certain shit. Maybe it was because he was pissed off about videos criticizing him be on there, because Underhaven episodes still get automatically uploaded to BitChute occasionally.
I think Twitch is a safe space, for lack of a better term, for viewers, whereas places like Odyssey and Rumble and shit are a safe space for creators. But the problem is the safe space that these creators have is, you just don't want to be there because you're I don't want anybody to hear.
Yeah, it's not a well curated space.
Yeah.
It would be different if the people there actually curated the space to be something good, but the only people who flock to those types of websites tend to be people who are uber right wing, so it never works out. Even if it started by people with good intentions of having a freer platform, 9 times out of 10, if not more, it's never gonna fucking work out. And I'd love to see that change someday, but I doubt it'll change.
And you can't blame the soapbox company for making soapboxes.
Yeah.
No, exactly. No, I get that. But it's just a shame. Yeah.
I will give Odyssey this. Odyssey has been around for a long fucking time, and it still kept its head above water. I mean, G-Man has been archiving his shit there for almost 13 years.
You know it's going to be reliable to keep shit there if it's been around for that long, because a lot of these websites, they only last 5 years at most.
I mean, to be fair, Vaughn couldn't draw 15 cents in Chinese money.
Yeah. What's up, Fit? We got fucking we got Stew Dog here.
Oh,
Yeah,
puppy dog.
I want to thank Stu Dog because Stu Dog helped me out a lot and is a big part of the reason why we're gonna have that updated intro coming in soon. So
Hey.
thank you very much, Stu Dog.
So-
You're a beautiful fucking person. I appreciate you.
Tweak Paradigm speaking facts.
G-Man never loses. Oh, that's the age-old fucking.
True.
yeah, true.
Also,
That is
G-Man
true.
always wins, so
Always,
don't
right?
forget
Yeah.
that.
All right, so we're about to get to the meat of why I picked out this timestamp because Vaughn says
The-
something real wacky here, real fucking special.
I mean,
wacky.
oh god,
Oh,
I'm gonna have to gird my loins here.
This is some whack ass Captain Crunch, so like prepare your loins.
All right, bring it
Stop
on.
the movement of patriotism worldwide. And that was the goal because they had to silence me on every platform. And their Lord and Master Obama.
Yeah, that's the money shot right there. That's what I want to show you
That
guys.
Terrible money shot.
he kind of.
Oh wait, no, it's a gummy shot.
Oh my god.
He kind of looks confused about what he just said himself.
He's about as confused as I am by what he just said. Yeah.
Oh, he is the sharpest marble in the drawer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he's the sharpest knife in the knife drawer.
Yeah.
You see, that's to say that he's pretty dull.
That's good.
He's
Oh,
pretty dull. All right.
Very upset with them because they failed in their mission. And like I said, I'm going to show you that you failed. I don't just talk bullshit. I get up here and I show you.
right, let's see
you
if
show
evidence-
us bullshit.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah,
his
you just
evidence
come on
situation.
camera and everybody knows what's going on, what they're about
Yeah.
to get into.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right. Let's see his evidence situation. I got another timestamp for this. I don't actually. I probably
Oh
can-
no.
Yeah. All right. I don't know why I unshared my screen. I could have just punched it in. All right. Next time. All right. Here's his evidence. He takes credit for some of the, the big shit that's been happening lately around the world. So let's see what he's taking credit for.
I'm not going to bother reading the rest of it. I think you get the gist of what I'm saying here. All right. So patriotism is on the rise. Conservatism is on the rise. I have succeeded. Despite
Oh my god.
trying to stop.
No.
I've succeeded.
Yeah, that's why I've got a Republican in the White House right now.
I've succeeded in France with the Yellow Jackets. I've succeeded in Great Britain with Rise Up
Yeah, he's taking credit for that.
and Brexit, by the way.
Yeah, he's taking
No.
credit
Just
for the
Brexit.
taking credit for nothing you
Oh.
had any fucking dealing with.
You're not even a
Vaughn.
fucking British citizen.
All Vaughn has ever done is just flapped his gums.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I have succeeded now in New Zealand with the first ever Conservative Party in years, decades even. And it
Are you talking about fucking bumfuck New Zealand because he can't talk about literally any other success that's been going around for a right-wing party right now? Like, how desperate are you, man? That's not a good example.
and this will continue.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, New Zealand is small beans compared to Australia, which is led by Labor, except for Tasmania.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like, yeah, Australia's been having some actual change lately. So, if anything, that's the way bigger fucking thing to be talking about. Their economy is way bigger. But no, he's talking about the goddamn Kiwis of all people.
Yeah.
Liz, you want to say something?
Correct. Anybody can correct me if I'm wrong, because obviously I'm not very well versed in New Zealand, Australian politics.
They're
and
more
shit.
worldly than us.
But I'm pretty sure the prime minister of New Zealand just didn't run again because she was like, look, I did everything that I felt that I could, and for me to continue to be here is just not in the best interest of the people. So I'm not going to run again, and it just doesn't make sense. It's time for a change, and it's up to the people to see what change that they want.
Damn, that's base.
So, and she fucking, because when I think it was when the Christchurch shooting happened, she was just like, so we're gonna put it, go through Parliament, and we're just gonna ban assault weapons, and then they just did it.
Also, the National Party was most recently in government from 2008 to 2017, so it hasn't been decades. It's been 6 years.
Oh yeah. Also, Vaughn goes because he doesn't know what a coalition is. It's actually a coalition government between two parties.
Yeah.
He doesn't understand what that is. He thinks essentially the parties merged. What a coalition government is, at least in like in a parliamentary system, it's basically two parties just working together to like try and collaborate on what they have in common. It's not like the party being completely fucking in power. There's still going to be more division because they're literally two different political parties.
Yeah, it says they're not they're not in coalition. They're prospective.
Okay, so they're not even in coalition.
Yeah.
Coalition does not mean that fucking two parties have merged. One of the most notable coalitions that I can think about in recent history is when they did it in the UK, and that was a coalition between conservatives and liberals. So
yeah, they were minority government in 2008.
Yeah.
So.
And those conservatives and liberals are completely different from like the U.S. because it's so much more extreme on either end.
Yeah, no, I get you. Yeah,
in
a lot of ways.
I would say leftists and conservatives as opposed to liberals because liberals are just like conservative light at this point.
Yeah,
at least like the ones with power.
Well, here in America, definitely, it means kind of something different in Europe. But yeah,
I want to say thank you to Stew Dog for saying something to Wanderer. I miss Wanderer. He's a good dude.
Oh yeah,
Wanderer's good people.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, every time I play Fallout. Yes, very true. Every time I play Fallout, I always put on some kind of like Fallout lore while I'm sitting there, so I can get double the Fallout.
It will not.
You're getting double penetrated by Fallout, man.
Stop. This is a freight train that will not stop.
Preps me for the middle stall.
And I mean everyone, whether they say it vocally or not, secretly yearns for freedom and peace and safety and economic equality. Everyone yearns for that. And so we're going to get it. And we're going to get it just in the nick of time because the New World Order is trying their best to destroy every country on this planet. And
just in the what of time, Vaughn?
They must be stopped. They have to be stopped. So that begs the question then. Vaughn, are you saying these trolls are involved with the New World Order? Well, ultimately, yeah, because they're trying to stop my voice. And
all right,
wow, what a persecution complex.
Yeah, so you heard that about the New World Order, right? That's what he's all about. But it turns out that Vaughn actually has some very globalist aspirations. And I want to show you in the next timestamp exactly how he does.
It's fucking armchair fucking quarterbacking something. I don't even know what the fuck he's trying to do. Look, look here, listen.
Look here, listen. I'm the armchair quarterback around here.
Look at this fucking screenshot. Look, he's showing off his dick size.
No, man.
The little red one.
That's when it's hard, ladies.
Yeah, playing with his pecker shaft, damn. All right, so yeah, this is where Vaughn starts talking about his fucking globalist agenda while claiming that globalism is the ultimate evil. And I'm not joking. That's literally what happens here. Let's take a quick look at this.
Taxes, bigger freedoms, more power to the actual people than to the government. That is true conservatism, and it is on the rise. And it will take hold, and it will take over the world and stop the New World Order.
You hear that?
Literally the opposite of all of history.
My world order will take over the New World Order.
Yeah, he literally said right there, it'll take over the world and replace the New World Order. Dude, that is the new fucking New World Order. Are you kidding me?
That's not how things work.
You know, this idea that he has in his head, it kind of reminds me of, mid 20th century big old thing that might have happened. Lots of people.
This is literally 1980.
Going overseas.
Mm-hmm.
Think, give it a little more 40 years earlier action.
Yeah.
Tight-lipped men.
Yeah.
And Hugo Boss swear.
Same type of fucking, same type of rhetoric led to that type of shit. I'll say that much. So yeah, not that far off.
And looks like it didn't really work out for the conservatives.
Yeah, no, it didn't work out last time. We're gonna have to kick their fucking asses again. Sometimes I wonder.
Which is the exact opposite, by the way. Because the New World Order.
How is that the exact opposite? You're literally advocating for globalism, except you don't like left-wing globalism. You want right-wing globalism. How about we actually talk about the issue here?
I've never known Vaughn to talk about an issue unless it was so blithe that he was just talking shit.
You know, Vaughn still owes me a fucking conversation. He really does.
He's a
conversation?
fucking cunt hair away from just being like, we need a fourth Reich.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm surprised he hasn't started doing the Nazi salute.
Dude.
You know, like
Doing the...
No, he keeps his arms close to his chest after that.
Yeah. You know what though? Every time he talks about fucking Unterhaven, though, he does it again. Like he's been caught doing it like 4 times now.
Voter is total government control.
Were you gonna say something, Mango? I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, like, he can't help himself, okay? Like, once you start doing it, apparently you just can't fucking stop. And now he associates you with a Nazi salute.
Yeah, it's like the new "Do the Bartman," right? It's like doing the Nazi salute. Yeah.
I mean, for a guy who pretends to be World War I era fucking German, he's really not far off the mark.
Yeah, he's not.
Oh,
far off
I
the
get
marks.
it. I'm not far off the mark. Actually,
Right,
pretty
he's on your
is.
band.
You know good and goddamn well you can't ban me. I'm the renegade.
Yo, what's up, Ms. Parker? How you
Wow,
doing?
Miss Parker appeared.
Hey, Miss Parker.
Well, I have the
going on, Miss
attention of
Parker? Hope you're
17
doing
beautiful
good.
people, by the way. Mango, since you have a good connection right now, that's not fucking terrible.
Hey.
Yeah, give your 2 cents.
Lay the law down.
Okay. My 2 cents. So, me and Small Human, we're currently staying at a hotel. Why are we staying in a hotel? We're waiting on finding housing. We are working on that. Like, we have offers pending, all that fun stuff. While we are in this, like, really shitty situation, everything's fucking expensive. If you would like to help us, like, get some of that burden off of us, those are the links. You can help there. Yeah. We need, like, just, you know, the extra help with getting, like, groceries and pull-ups and paying for laundry because it's fucking $7 to do like 1 load of laundry here. It's fucking ridiculous.
Oh yeah. That's fucking not good. Help out Mango if you can, fellas. What are we up to? We're talking about Vaughn. We're talking about Dave. We're talking about JF. We're talking about some current events. It's a shit show of a night, but we're having fun.
And the New World Order, which is different from the other New World Order or something. I don't fucking know. Hope you're doing good, Miss Parker.
I have been completely like fucking cured of my stomach ache somehow. I don't know how this happened, but I guess hanging out with you guys and talking shit's like the cure all. So,
hey, you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. When I had like keto flu, I was like, "Fuck this! I'm ordering some Hardee's." I went from feeling like I was gonna have a fever to instant fucking cure.
What you really needed was more cowbell, though.
Yes, I did.
In fact, it's not even government control; it's control of an oligarchy that rules over the countries of Earth. Holy fuck, we don't want that. The level of tyranny levied at the American people and the people of the
Wait, hold on. We don't want rule over the oligarchy that controls. So you want the oligarchy?
He had a Freudian slip there, I think. Yeah, he claims to be against big business, even though he supports the parties that support it most at every turn.
To be fair, Vaughn is only really looking out for the one Vaughn government.
Oh yeah, the one world Vaughn Helton government. Yeah. Stu Dog said something recent, like a while back. I wanted to bring up. As a UK Brit boy, Vaughn has had no effect. Well, it's because the Conservatives have been in power for the past decade. If fucking Labour got in power or some shit, Vaughn would have sent a bunch of fucking hurricanes. His fucking gods would have smitten you down. It would have been terrible for the UK. Never mind the problems that it's been having ever since leaving the EU. But let's not talk about that shit.
Look,
let's just ignore that.
You just said it yourself. The UK is smitten by Vaughn.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh no. Maybe that's why it's become such a shithole.
Vaughn's gonna slug it out one more again.
Yeah, I really do want to I do want to go to Scotland someday, but it sucks gonna have to be within the national boundaries of the United Kingdom. It's like kind of disturbing, but sometimes sacrifices must be made. Hopefully, by the time I'm willing to go there, they'll be their own country. Let's I hope.
Hopefully, you get to meet groundskeeper Willie.
Yeah.
Just phenomenal. So no, we can't allow one more government. No, we cannot.
You just said you wanted one.
What a fucking dope.
Are you fucking
Yes.
stupid? You just said you want one political ideology to take over the world. How is that any different?
How did he lose the plot in 40 fucking seconds?
If every part of the world literally followed the same political ideology, it's supposedly the brand of conservatism that Von Helton wants to espouse, then it would be there would be no difference in having national boundaries or anything. If we all thought the same way, if we were all the same fucking cookie cutter political ideology that Von Helton wants us to adhere to, the world would be so goddamn boring.
Yeah. Like, same shit with damn near anybody we watch. It's just like the government that they want would, or the world that they want would be so fucking dull. If you've ever watched it, just all you have to do is literally Google conservative comedian and you will find the least funny shit. Like there's
just
no
low-hanging fruit jokes about like minority status people and shit.
Pretty much, yeah. It's just like shitting on other people. And it's like, yeah, you know, in certain context, that's fine. You can do that. But that's more when you're hanging out with your friends. You don't go up
and
on
when that's
stage
all
and
you
just
do,
start
like,
shitting on people.
Yeah, and when that's all you do too, it's like, what am I supposed to think about you? You're like, really? You gotta have some more material than that for me to be
go
like,
up on stage
okay.
and be like, how about them Mexicans? And it's like, no, what about them?
All right, yeah.
Work
What
really
about them?
hard.
Like,
I don't fucking know. Like they came from
like,
Mexico. Where are we going with this?
Yeah, no, I really like their food. I mean, what else?
When you watch science fiction movies where one world government has been established and everything is just all hunky dory and everything is just moving along like a sewing machine. Yeah, no, that's not it.
Like a sewing machine. Never heard
My
that one.
retirement Greece.
All right.
Sorry,
Let's hear about
comment.
I got one more comment, and then we're moving on from this Vaughn shit because we've been making quick work of this. I'm glad. I don't want to talk about Vaughn all night. We got more important shit to talk about. But Von Helton's got a new friend, and we got to talk about it. Also, there's like 20 beautiful people watching right now, so drop a like. It means a lot to me. It'll help out the channel, and we've been growing again. So please, thank you guys for just watching. But if you can go the extra mile and drop a like, it would mean a whole fucking lot to me. Let's see this last timestamp because Vaughn's got a new animal companion. The slugs have been replaced in his heart by something new. Let's take a look.
And on another note, a side note, somebody was watching my show and said, I saw a mouse go through your house, Vaughn. I saw a mouse. Well, you know what? This morning, I was in my kitchen and Floppy was with me. Floppy heard a noise. And then when Floppy got my attention, I heard it. And it was this little scratching or biting noise, like something was biting on my cabinetry. And so I grabbed the oven door and shook the oven door to try and cause the mouse to stop biting on my house, because obviously that's destroying my house. Well, all of a sudden the mouse comes flying out and right into the waiting jaws of Floppy. Floppy grabbed it, bit it, killed it, and I tossed it out. No more mouse. Hopefully that's the only one.
Doubt it. Doubt it. Press X out with how you treat your house. We can literally see right in the background, dude. Like,
somebody give me a desk-sized X button.
Yeah, that was
my body on that shit.
That was not the last of your problems. It seems like you're going to be recruiting that animal for pest control. Apparently, Vaughn got a new animal. I'm fucking sick in it.
I don't know who Floppy is. I'm guessing it's a cat.
No, I think that's just Vaughn's name for his dick.
Ew.
Oh man, that sounds even worse in the context. Floppy's a dog.
Floppy ear dog. Oh,
yeah, he's a sweet puppy dog. No.
Oh, not another one. No.
He has some issues.
R.I.P. Midnight.
And he mostly can be seen laying on the floor.
He's got some issues. The fact that he lives with Vaughn is the main one.
Yeah.
Jesus
it's
Christ.
Midnight's baby.
What? Oh my God.
Oh my God.
All right, I don't want to hear about that. Jesus Christ.
I need to go hug my dog.
It's his persona. Jesus Christ. Fucking Christ.
As far as I know, it is. That's the only one. And so praise goes to Floppy. Floppy was a good boy this morning. He got rid of that.
Look at him digging for gold there, dude. He uses it to spruce up his hair.
And Daddy is happy.
Oh my god.
Of course, I
Yeah. Flex back his fucking hair a bit with that fucking, that earwax. Damn, dude. Maybe that's how he's kept his hair looking good for that long. Maybe we should all start doing that.
bought all them damn mousetraps. But
Nah.
well,
Yeah, I don't even care if it would help out my hair. I ain't doing that shit.
I'm just gonna
I've
go
got plenty of
shave my
mousetraps.
head. I'm
You know,
already
so
half
anybody want a
bald.
mousetrap? Anyway, so yeah, but he got him. It was great. It was awesome. He was a good boy this morning, and he got high praise from his daddy and got a treat this morning.
Oh God! All right, I don't care about your phone.
Uh-huh.
I just want to show like the fact that Vaughn's got rats in his house now, and he thinks it's the last of it. But I feel like if there's one of those, then it's just gonna keep becoming a fucking problem. Like we all know that he can't deal with fucking animals. Those slugs were in the old trailer for years.
See, mice are one thing. Mice will, they'll do a decent amount of damage, just like rats. But rats will fuck your shit up. They don't
Yeah.
give a
Oh my
fuck.
God!
Like
Same
my
with
rats,
field mice. Oh god.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, because I want to bring back I want to start doing clips again. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do it. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do it, but I start uploading clips somewhere again, and I thought of what to name it because I'm gonna clip out that rat part. I'm gonna call it. This is the stupidest fucking joke I'm ever gonna make. I'm gonna call it of mice and meningitis.
Oh god.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it of mice and meningitis, and
That's funny.
yeah,
I like that.
man. Yeah. All right. Well, there's
What's next on the docket?
what's next on the docket. Yeah. Let's take a look here. All right. Well, there's been this really controversial thing that's going around, and because that whole that whole fucking Israel Palestine thing's been going on. We're not talk about that. If I ever want to talk about that, it'll be its own dedicated show because there's still so much research I need to do about it. But someone put out a statement about it, and the contents of what they're talking about in the statement is not what's being talked about at all. And I'm just gonna play this, and there's nothing I have to say here about what the person has to say politically, but there's an event that happens in this video that needs to be addressed and that we should talk about. It's very important to our discourse as a culture. So let's take a look, shall we?
United States, our responsibility is to the stability and the security of the region. That means being able to support, yes, Israel in its defensive capacities, right? In its ability in that context. But it also means that the United States has a responsibility to ensure accountability to human rights, to prevent the ethnic cleansing of Palestinians, and to ensure that horrors do not happen in the names of victims who do not want their tragedy used.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard that. It was like weird.
Wait,
Yeah.
Can you go?
Yeah, let's hear that one more time.
One more again.
Their tragedy.
Yeah,
I didn't hear it.
You didn't hear it?
I did.
Let's hear it one more again, okay?
Victims who do not want their tragedy used.
Yep, heard that.
Yeah.
All right. There have been
I
people.
thought that was like one of you guys.
No.
No.
This is not an edited video because this is directly from this is directly from the AOCP. People think that she fucking I don't know if that's what it is because it doesn't quite sound like it, but people keep saying that this is her farting, and I wanted to know what you guys think. Was that farting?
No.
Or
That was not a fart.
No.
No, what the fucking ever?
Yeah, everybody the quartering has been going around a bunch of people on the right have been going around trying to use this as the biggest own ever.
How?
Because some
that just
random dude going over her talking is her
Yeah,
farting?
that was not a fart.
I don't even think it was that.
This-
I think it was just an audio error, but it was
I-
not a fucking
Anna.
fart.
Anna,
What?
Go ahead.
I think they're hearing shit.
Oh, you think they're hearing what they want to hear?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. All right. Let's hear that one more again. It does not sound like a fucking fart. But
horrors do not happen in the names of victims who do not want their tragedy.
That's not a fart.
No,
that's not a fart.
This is legitimately it seems like she's on a Zoom call or something like that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And this was ripped from that, and they just put her face in there because she seems like she's talking to other people rather than talking directly to the camera.
Mhm.
So she's going to be looking at because when I'm talking to you guys, I'm looking typically at like Mango or Hyun or whoever, and I'll look at you guys instead of looking directly at the camera. But if I need to address the camera and make a statement, I'm going to address the camera.
Yeah.
I think there's just some dude that's just sitting there listening to her. He goes,
Yep. Yeah. No, you're right. Like, I do feel like there was some type of audio error with that. Like, it sounded weird, but it didn't sound like a fucking fart. Like,
no,
a fart would not have been recorded on fucking microphone, honestly, because.
And everything that she said is correct. And
yeah. No, exactly.
The only thing her detractors have to say is, "Did you rip ass?"
Yeah, exactly. Because that's the point I wanted to make about this. Like, I completely agree with like the statement being made here and shit like that. So it's not like a disagreeable fucking statement. This is an important thing to keep in mind. But all people can talk about is like, damn, you farted.
It's like, why don't you talk about the substance?
Yeah, where's the fart?
Is the fart in the room with us right now?
Well, my farts are in my room with me right now, and
all my farts are stuffed in my chair.
I bet it's fucking toxic in there though, Lizard, because like you got Sasha farts too.
Yeah, it's toxic like a fart in there. All right. Tweak says, "Man, have them. Some of them wish it was a fart. Yeah. Some of them definitely do.
Yeah.
They sure do smell up the place like butt crack.
Oh, God.
When AOC first got like elected and she was in Congress, there was this rash of Republicans that were just like taking pictures of her ass and posting it on Twitter and shit.
I remember there were also these really weird people that would like show up outside of where she was supposed to be just so they could like film her and be like, "Oh yeah, check out this ass," and she's just like, "Bro, why are y'all fucking stalking me? Like, go away."
And you got to give credit to I think it was Seth Meyers, because he did a closer look segment and he called out Fox News because they were pushing she's just a bartender, and he was just like, no, first of all, she's a congressional representative of the United States of America, so you should address her as such. And ever since then, it's just been like AOC, and they've backed off of the bartender thing. As schlocky as late night hosts are, fucking sometimes they get things right.
Yeah, every once in a while, right?
Yeah, like every so often. No, that wasn't the white powered thing. I was saying A-OK.
In a while.
In a while.
In a while.
While.
You're acting weird.
Smoking guns.
All right, everybody.
Oh God, I'm gonna punch a monitor, aren't I?
It's the smoking pants. Yeah, it's only 3 minutes long. It's a short one, just like Dave.
Hey, you think you could last 3 minutes?
Dave, generous.
Dave, I'm gonna tell you something. Having worked landscaping for previous months and years of my life, but over the last like 6 months, that's all I've been doing. And I don't cut grass. I do mostly construction. Here's something you need to understand. One, cut your fucking grass, you lazy piece of shit. Second, that tree needs to go. That tree needs to be cut down, and it needs to get the hell out of there because it's half dead.
Oh yeah,
all of the shit, like the bark on the top, that peeling off is a clear sign that it is not healthy. And the fact that you've already cut off 2 of the larger branches,
not good.
Just no, it is
recipe for disaster. Yeah, you're right. That's a good point.
Get rid of it. You can leave the stump's gonna stay there for a few years, and
yeah, then we can have a couple stumps in the backyard when you're doing your smoking range.
Yeah. And then you can, I don't know, fucking sit on it.
By the way, he's been tending to do like Sunday panels, and I'm not actually doing anything tomorrow. I usually am doing shit on Sundays, but
shit.
I might go on there, and you might be able to catch me on the fucking Lord of Patriarchy channel, giving him some shit over politics. So,
do you know what time he does those? Because I'm still planning on doing brunch tomorrow.
Oh, way after brunch. He usually tends to do it at least like.
Yeah, well, I got
like around
shit
like
to do in
5 at
between,
least.
That's what I'm asking. Oh, around 5.
Yeah, maybe like I've seen him go like live until like 11 p.m. doing those sometimes. He doesn't usually go live, stay live that late, but he usually does those for a long time. Usually like 3 to 4 hours.
Depending on the time, I might be there, but I said, I got other shit to do because I gotta quit brunch at like fucking 1 o'clock. I can't keep doing that shit because I lost so much fucking time today, and I still have to do, adult things like laundry and dishes. And
we've been doing a good job getting from topic to topic, so let's continue that and
let's
dive into this. Yeah. The smoking pants, everybody.
Oh wait! Oh no, he just moved the chair.
Yeah.
Wait, this is a different day. Never mind. Oh no, because he had the intro.
Right. In the background though, so your point remains valid.
Little better than trial by combat. Can I ask a question? Is our justice system any
perfect time to do it while your fucking neighbors mowing their lawn? Like you couldn't have done a smoking rant any other time.
Different than trial by combat? I mean, in any substantive way. I really can't.
Him reading up a script is the saddest shit ever. Jesus Christ,
Dave,
there's no cadence to it.
Dave, you can't read these things off the top of your head. Like, I can already tell you that your idea of trial by combat or by a trial by ordeal in general is a terrible way to figure out who is right and who is wrong.
Yeah, no, he's trying to say it's no, like, look, our justice system is fucking really terrible, and he brings up some actually surprising points a little bit later. He says like 1 or 2 things where I'm like, hey, I can agree with that, but the fact that he's trying to like make such a broad stroke by saying it's no better than trial by combat, it's just completely missing the point. And it's just him, like, he tries to boil down everything to extremes, right? So that's why he can't have a nuanced opinion, because he's literally capable of doing so.
He's got a broad stroke across his gut, so not too far out of the norm for him, to be honest.
He doesn't have a broad stroke across his forehead.
The idea behind trial by combat is 2 combatant meets, fight, and the winner is the one that is truthful. The idea being that God will not allow a person who is lying to triumph. That's the basic premise.
But you don't believe in God.
And we call that utterly ridiculous, right? Surely
he doesn't believe in God. He just agrees with conservative Christians on 99% of things.
Yeah.
We've evolved.
Except for the
but about the trial by combat.
Oh yeah. What were you gonna say, that guy?
I was gonna say, but about this trial by combat.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's learn.
Yeah, let's learn. Yeah.
Sure. But have we? The thing is, our justice system is not all that different. One side argues their case, the other side argues theirs, and in the middle,
how is that the same?
Of that,
literally nowhere
near the same thing.
See, Dave, this is one of the main reasons why Dave loses basically every argument that he has, is because he doesn't understand evidence. And anytime you try and pin him on something, he's just like, oh yeah, well, it's up to you to fact check me. It's up to you to actually have the facts.
Well, he looks at everything in such a black and white point of view, man. Like, that's what it boils down.
Dave is not a self-correcting system, as we've seen.
No. I tried to fact check him live, and he just ignored everything I said.
Yeah, and look, this is what sucks, because he's got the right idea. Like, he's like, yeah, our fucking justice system is flawed, but because he has this black and white point of view on literally fucking everything, he's just like, okay, something's either all good or all bad. Where it's like, no, there's things that we can do to improve the fucking justice system. We don't have to all fucking throw it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's a big fan of throwing the baby out with the bathwater.
A lot of people like this are, and a lot of people in general, not even just people from his fucking, political side of the spectrum, unfortunately just thinking these big broad strokes for like this bad, this good. It's like a lot of things, are just inherently bad or inherently good, but it's applied to everything.
If somebody lunges at me with a knife and I shoot them and they die, am I a good person? Like that's where is the
He'd probably have like a child's explanation for his view on morality on that. He'd probably give you like a really simple explanation, be like, that's just how it is, you know?
I mean,
Dave's not here, man.
He's incapable of critical thinking. That's the big problem with Dave. That's why I can't fucking stand people like him, because they're not that uncommon.
No,
Unfortunately. The truth of the matter.
The smoking pan.
And 12 people who are laymen's, by the way, are supposed to
what laymen's?
Truth
layman.
You're a fucking layman yourself. Who are you to fucking
No. The plural of layman is laymen, not laymen's. Unless you're talking about the layman.
No, it's totally layman's now.
Oh,
no,
race.
You lay people?
Yeah, lay people.
Yeah.
Because being such a layman, Dion.
Shush.
Lay people. That's actually just French people.
Shut up. That's a terrible pun. That's a terrible pun.
No, it ain't. It's
Dog, yes, you can. I don't know. Mango can send you a link if you don't have the Discord link. But yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah. By the way, I wanted to open up this possibility. If anyone donates, currently we're currently we've got the links that we've been putting out here from Mango. If anyone donates a link with one of your donations and it's a topic that I think that we can talk about, then I'm open to starting to take occasional donation topics. So if anyone wants to do that, then just tell me what you'd like us to take a look at, and we'll make it worth your while if we can talk about it. No promises, but if I can talk about it and give some feedback, I will.
Blaine has a good one.
Wait, he's a lay person? I thought he was a mole person. Oh, yeah, a mole man. Yeah, that's a good comparison, honestly.
Hans Moleman.
Yeah.
David Moleman.
Yeah, Moleman.
Kind of starting to see the
Dave wishes that he'd be that endearing in his own age, honestly.
Similarity between the two. Now, yes, of course, our system is based a little bit more on evidence. But then again, on that note, most of the evidence is usually deciphered and figured out long before trial ever happens by the police.
No, it is never decided by the police.
Another unsourced fucking fact from Dave.
Police do not decide the evidence.
He just expects people to go along with it, though. And the new people he's picked up, this was a year ago, so this wouldn't have... I doubt people are going back to watch his shit, but the fucking Warski people who got into him now, they would just fucking eat that shit up and be like, yeah, Slay King. No, seriously, I actually watched some of Warski talking about Dave's debate with Phoenix and shit like that, just to see what they fucking had to say about it. And it was they agreed with some of the weirdest, most unimaginably stupid takes that Dave had, just because he's a blatant, outright misogynist. They thought that was so based. It's like, how are you going to be mask off? You really think that's okay? To just think that women are second-class citizens? Jesus Christ, at least pretend to have some type of sense of morality.
Yeah, dude, I would love to see, the one drill sergeant that I had that was she was a grandma, but a drill sergeant. I would love to see her yell at Dave, because he would crumble instantly.
Oh yeah,
it was
just whine like a bitch, and
it was it was immediately just, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed, but in the most egregious way you could ever think of it. It's
Dave wouldn't know how to react to that type of authority, especially from a woman.
He would cry.
He'd crumble. Yeah, exactly.
He would immediately cry.
Yeah.
And I would be shitting myself laughing.
He'd fall apart like a poorly made Jenga puzzle.
People would agree the combat version would let guilty people off free.
Well, no shit, yeah, because there's no such thing as fucking God looking out for you for the best fucking person. The history's shown time and time again that scumbags make it out alive while good people die in fucking terrible ways sometimes.
Just because they're fighters or they can hire better fighters. That said, how many people have we witnessed in our system go free just because they could hire the better lawyer?
No shit.
That's a huge fucking issue, you stupid asshole.
Yeah, we can address that. I agree. Like, that's the one thing that he said in this video that's what I was talking about earlier. Like, there's one or two things he says here, and I'm like, yeah, that's an issue. But instead of that, you just want to bring back trial by combat?
How many probably guilty people have we let go? Casey Anthony comes to mind.
Dave,
just let people shoot each other, though. That'll be way better, right?
The people that you, for whatever reason, despise that are on the left have been constantly saying that this shouldn't be a thing. Literally, the thing that you're talking about should not be a thing where, oh, I'm rich, I can hire the best lawyers. I'm rich, I can just get out of jail. I can get out on bond because I have $20,000 to, get the fuck out of jail.
And yet he votes for the people who support that system the most.
Yeah.
Yep. I know, Lizard.
Fuck you, Dave.
I know, man. Like, dude, you and I feel like are synced up on this because I just like he is missing the fucking forest through the trees, or however the fuck you say that phrase, because this is something that is like such a huge issue. He gets that it's an issue, but he's completely wrong about how he got to that conclusion, and it's fucking shameful.
He's missing the forest because he has his head in the fucking dirt. Like, yep. It's not even missing the forest for the trees, because he's just wrong.
He made like Bill Clinton and just fucking shoved his face in some bush. See, that works as a joke in multiple ways. I'm sure you can understand and decipher how that's a joke in multiple ways. It's an intellectual joke.
I might be smart enough. I don't know.
Maybe.
Is our justice system really that different? I can't really say I see that much of a difference. At least with trial by combat, we could probably...
That delivery on that line was just absolutely majestic.
Yeah, I think you can't see because, one, you're looking into the sun, and two, the fat on your forehead is just making your eyes droop down. So
number 5, all the alcohol. Number 4, all the alcohol. Number 6, all the alcohol. Number 7...
That is illiteracy.
Yeah, exactly. Illiteracy. Yeah, that's better than I was going to come. I was going to say alcohol again, man.
Probably sell it on pay-per-view and have the courts actually make some money for a change. Finally, if you have a reason for why our system is...
He wants an even more fucking hyper-capitalistic system that takes advantage of people than we have right now. That's fucking first. That's one way to solve the courts issue, I suppose.
I guess he's never heard of court fees.
Yeah, let's just have private police and private courts. They'll sort everything out.
What about all the people who would lose their jobs? Or do you fucking hate people having jobs and being... I know they're lawyers, and they're some of the biggest scumbags in some cases, but still.
Well, see, this is why you never see, like, headlines when it comes to, like, a large case or a high-profile case. You never really see headlines talking about the lawyers being bad people, especially like defense lawyers being the bad people, because that's their job. They just have to defend this person. They take up a really important role in our society to defend these people. Whether or not that person is guilty is up to the courts.
Oh yeah, totally necessary role. I agree.
So like, never go after the lawyers. You got to go after the fucking perpetrator. Go after the defendant, or the plaintiff, whoever may be on the bad side of everything. So
fair enough.
Yeah, but I think that's one small good thing about our society is that the defense lawyers really never get shit. They're just doing their job, and they have to do it.
What's this? Mudbroker says a conservative is a liberal who's been mugged. A liberal is a conservative who's been arrested. Jesus fucking Christ! What? All right,
that's a little reductionist, but all right.
Jesus Christ! All right then.
It's
better. Please leave it in the comments below. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and share the video as much as possible because Mama Susan hates me. I am her least favorite son.
No, that's actually Bill. That's actually Bill, apparently. As he said, when I was actually watching a couple of videos in preparation of this with one of our mods, Bill, who's a great fucking dude. We were hanging out, fucking talking about this shit, and yeah, I don't think that Dave's actually ever had someone come into fucking YouTube chat and delete their comments. Like a YouTube employee has literally come and deleted the comments of one of our mods. He's like one of YouTube's most number one wanted or some shit. Yeah, just some fucking dude.
YouTube's most wanted.
Yeah, Bill. Yeah, fucking that's crazy.
You mean
Like,
Von Helm?
A lot of
What?
times, like a lot of times his comments, a lot of times Bill's comments like won't even post because like they censor him just so heavily that he can say something really simple and the Google censor's just like, nope, we won't even like hide it for review. Like, not happening.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Bill
censored
Portley,
enough.
right?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, I was about to
Bill
say, I
Portley.
was like, that
I've
is
seen it
something. No,
censored
Bill
enough.
Portley, for fuck's sake, dude. Like, Bill Portley is such a nice person.
He is,
such
yeah.
a great dude. And Google is just like,
Nah.
fuck this dude.
A real good judge of character right there.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Google, and fuck you, Verizon.
It's funny you brought that up because I
especially
wanted to
fuck
talk
Verizon.
about another fucking another thing real fast that we didn't get to talk about recently because something weird happened on Twitter. And look, I guess this is not technically anyone's fault, but I noticed that someone posted a tweet recently that got violated, that apparently violated hate speech, but it didn't at all. So it was actually just some people talking about video games. We'll take a look at this real fast because I want to get you guys' 2 cents on this. I don't know what else there really is to say at this other than, there really does need to be a more human element, in my opinion, to how social media is moderated, at least in some capacity. But yeah, they were having a conversation about the new Spider-Man game, and they talk about the web wings, which is like this new way that Spider-Man can glide, and people have been comparing it to how it is in the Arkham games. And this person said right here, jump off the nearest building, then slowly glide towards the ground like in Arkham. And this actually got flagged for hate speech or violent speech because they said jump off the nearest building, even though they were talking about a video game. It was clearly in the context of the video game in the conversation.
Yeah.
Because the phrase jump off the nearest building was used.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Lacking a lot of context.
That is like absolutely insipid, honestly. I gotta say.
I say that to people that say gravity is just a theory. I'm like, okay, jump off the nearest building and see.
Yeah, and you're not
see whether or not you believe in it.
That's not literally you telling them to kill themselves. That's just you making a joke, like figure it out for yourself, like.
Yeah, and technically the shed in my backyard is a building. You fucking jump off of it and roll your ankle and be fine. You'll also just be really stupid for not thinking gravity is a thing.
What's weird is like
moderating. Yeah, they are to an extent.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Megan.
What's weird is like that right there is right up there with like how heavily sometimes like Facebook will censor stuff. One of my friends, they got put in Facebook jail for a fucking week because they called themselves gay.
Yep. I've seen that happen too.
Like,
oh yeah, definitely.
So this type of thing, like, it's definitely up there with like the level of Facebook moderation too. Like certain things are just like, oh, we have a zero tolerance policy, and we don't care if there's context or nuance.
Yeah, Facebook's really
unless you're
bad
making
about
us
that
money.
Shit. And like, especially like during 2020 when like they introduced that fact checking thing, which they've since I don't see that shit happen. I can't remember the last time I've seen like a Facebook fact checking thing. I think that's something they got rid of it, but it was something that they really had going on during the pandemic. And I used to actually run like a deep fat fried Facebook group, even though I never watched the show. It's a long story, but I ran a group for that, for that show for a while, just, because why the fuck not? I had access to the URL for one reason or another. And it got fucking taken down because of that fucking rampant fact checking shit.
Yeah.
It was absolutely fucking goddamn ridiculous because people would share a news story and it'd be like, it wasn't like intentionally fake news, but it would have like a slightly misleading like wording to the headline. And because like Facebook's threshold for what was fake news during that time was like so fucking weak because they were so afraid of getting in trouble with like, the big fucking corporos, like the big news networks and shit. That's all it fucking boiled down to. And it completely ruined the fucking experience. And a lot of fucking Facebook groups and fucking pages were lost just because like, shit that like is normally just like not malicious got turned into something that it fucking wasn't. And like, what are you supposed to expect?
Excuse me.
Thousands of fucking people too. Like, there's
Yeah.
gonna be some people who don't get it right, and if you got like 3 fucking strikes, you were out.
Yeah, like Facebook. I haven't used Facebook since 2018.
Oh, you didn't miss out
Yeah.
on much because, like I said, during the
Oh,
fucking pandemic, that shit damn near ruined the goddamn platform with how easily some people got taken down for shit. Like, it wasn't even just shit related to the pandemic either. It was just like literally anything that was deemed to be factually inaccurate.
Well, I had to run a brigade Facebook page for the army, and the amount of shit that I had to deal with just like, because I was public affairs, and we would take pictures, and then they would get processed by us, and then they would get processed and approved, and out of like 100 pictures, you would get 3 that were approved for, one mission. And then we would post that, and people would get pissed off. Well, why can't we post pictures? It's because you don't know what the fuck you're taking pictures of. Too easy. So I had to deal with that. I had to deal with the fucking families asking dumb shit. There was
As they do,
there was a couple times where someone was like, hey, there's a threat is imminent to your unit. You need to contact me. And I was like, fuck, now I have to get up in the middle of the fucking night and actually go and give this message to, higher up so that they can investigate it and shit like that. And as soon as I got back, I said, fuck Facebook. And I just haven't used it since. But I have seen this video, and I swear to God, I am going to lose my goddamn mind.
Wait, you've seen this
shit?
I've seen this too.
I've seen things like this. I've seen
All right.
things like this.
Maybe not this particular one, but yeah.
Serving pasta like an absolute king. Let's take a look.
What's going on with Widow's Son?
Hey, what's up, Widow's Son? You got here for the best part.
Sunglasses. Hey.
It's for a legitimate reason. Oh, God. It looks like a bowel movement. And I'm not joking.
Uh-oh.
I was just telling widows, like,
time for change.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry. I've
I'm sorry, Manga. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, my connection was being shitty, but I was just telling widows, like, Blizzard's gonna have no idea who the fuck you're talking about, dude. Like, you're making a reference that he does not understand.
Oh, yeah, I didn't understand that reference either, so it's going over all our heads except for Mango. You're the one who's in on the joke.
He's talking about this dude, TJ, from... Yeah. He's talking about this dude, TJ, on the goddamn podcast that's run with, fucking that chick, Carrie. Like,
I've heard of that
stuff that, like, people over here don't, like, follow.
Yeah.
I just put on the sunglasses because I was fidgeting around before the show, and I was like, hey, this is a cool aesthetic.
All right. Oh, they're gonna take a dumpy of that fucking paramangina cheese on there.
Oh yeah, just put it all in the same fucking spot.
Yeah, flump.
Can you go back like 10 seconds?
All right.
There's one little. Okay, there, right there. But you can't knock them for leveling up their presentation skills. Actually, I can, because this presentation was dog shit.
Yeah, that looks terrible.
If this was presented to me when I wanted some fucking rigatoni, I would probably punch the fucking owner of the establishment in the panocha.
That looks like if I had like a clamshell and I just like dumped it onto a plate and then put it in the microwave at home.
Here's your microwaved fucking pasta.
Yeah. What do you have to say about this mud? You're the chef among us.
Yeah. Okay. Let me take my headphones off. Damn things ain't working anyway. Yeah, okay. It's entirely pointless.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like...
Yeah. I mean, it looks no different than you just fucking spoon the shit on there.
Yeah, no, like, I would have preferred it to be evenly distributed, like, just come out like an actual dish.
Just fucking flop it out there like a big donkey dick.
Yeah, flopping it out like Jason. Like, come on, bro.
Oh,
I mean, yeah, it is, you know,
that's some floppage.
it's kind of a cute little presentation, but it's really kind of pointless.
No, you know what? I think
Yeah.
it sucks. I don't even think it Haynes a bit. Like, it it's terrible.
Oh god.
I think Jason's dick is the perfect analogy to that pasta because not only does it have floppage, but it's pretty cheesy.
Oh, fuck off.
Fuck off. Oh, man.
That's why I don't eat pasta, because it's associated with fucking smegma.
Smegulation menus. Like, hell yeah.
You fucking smeghead. Oh my god.
All right. Well,
You're welcome.
yeah, this has been a great show
Dick
so
cheese.
far. What?
Not you, Anna.
Oh, okay. Well, damn. All right. Well, so there's been something else controversial going on that I do want to talk about.
Okay.
A very prolific voice actor has decided to side with Israel, and some people have been proclaiming that this will be the end of their career. I'm very skeptical about that since they've been prolific for a long time, and but we'll see, because Tara Strong has been very vehemently defending the actions of Israel lately, and it's been a controversial situation nonetheless for a lot of people talking on here.
Yeah.
She made this very vague statement and has been doubling down. This is only the beginning. They were smart to start war with a country people love to hate. Jesus Christ.
Is she talking about Palestine starting war with Israel, or
no? She's talking about Israel, I believe. Yeah, because she's a vehement supporter of Israel. She's trying to like make Israel like. She's trying to really boil down the situation to like a very simple thing, which it's not. It's a very complicated situation.
No, it really is. And I'll give my 2 cents on it real quick. Just
fair enough. Go ahead.
Israel has the right to defend themselves as a sovereign nation. Palestine should be considered a sovereign nation as well.
Yeah, currently it's not recognized by a lot of countries, which is sad.
And one of those being the United States.
Yeah, exactly. The one that matters the most, inarguably.
And so here's the thing. Neither side is correct in their, actions and what they did with, killing civilians. So I think we can all agree on that.
Hopefully, yeah.
But the thing is Israel has been given carte blanche to just fuck over and just treat Palestinians as basically non-people for decades. And they went through the fuck around phase. Now they're in the finding out phase.
And it's been like supported with our tax dollars, which is the worst thing.
Yeah.
And, Palestine, Hamas, they really quickly blazed through the fuck around phase. And now they're in the finding out phase. And I don't support either side doing any kind of atrocities, but I don't think there's a single leader or nation in this entire fucking world, in the entire UN, that's going to be like, look, I can solve this fucking thing and give peace to the Middle East. That shit's just not going to fucking happen. And for all of the fucking idiots out there that want to say, oh, Trump wouldn't have done a goddamn thing. All Trump would have done was fuck it up even more.
Yeah, capitulate.
Yeah.
Like that's the least harmful thing that we could have imagined there.
Yeah.
Just capitulate and let things escalate more and more and more. Like,
yeah,
it wouldn't have been any better.
Only solace we can take out of this is that Trump isn't in office.
Yeah. Neither side's hands are clean. So you can't, there's no way you can really say, get that killed.
Yeah.
There's no way you can say one side is right or wrong, because they both have dirty hands. They fucked each other every chance they get.
Oh, definitely.
And the only way you'd really bring peace to the Middle East is to turn it all to glass and say, okay, now fight over what's left.
No, we need to dismantle both Palestine and Israel.
They'd still be fighting over the fucking.
We got to bring back the Kingdom of Jerusalem. That's what we got to do.
This reminds me of a comic. It was a political comic I saw a long time ago when I was just like a teenager, and it was these two guys, and they had shovels, and they were digging graves. They were just like graves all the way across the landscape, right? And one was labeled the last Israeli, and the other guy was labeled the last Palestinian. And they finished digging their graves, and they saw each other. And then the next panel, they're just running at each other, trying to kill each other. And it's just like, that's just going to fucking happen constantly until everybody's fucking gone.
Yeah.
And there's no winner in that.
And it's
Yeah,
all
no,
over
exactly.
the one part of the Middle East that doesn't have any fucking oil.
Yeah, well, it has something that people care about for some reason. It's just some religious shit. Which, hey,
you get across the river to Jordan, they got oil. Egypt's got oil. Syria's got oil.
Yeah,
Everybody
they don't have
loves them.
Jerusalem, do they?
These fuckers here,
These people have been fighting what is essentially a religious war for like centuries.
Oh, it's
because that area is where all the Abrahamic religions are tied to, and it's been a struggle because the Jewish people want it back, but the Temple Mount is run by Muslims, and that's been the long-standing agreement. And now, it's it's frustrating in that regard because you have to tie into like religious sensibilities. To be honest, Abrahamic religions are all fucking nuts.
If all of us had a fucking IV of Red Bull or something to stay up for years, none of us here talking could actually figure this shit out.
No, I
mean, you could say that about any
parts
group
of it out, but we could never have a total agreeable solution to the matter.
I do think it's really important to have the conversations though, and try and come up with solutions because, sure, no one person could ever do it, but like, I'm gonna try and not be too doomer and say like, look, there's a solution out there, fucking somewhere. Start talking about it. Is at least, it's not a promise that anything will ever fucking change, but at least it puts the possibility out there. So I think it's important to have a dialogue about things and discuss how things could be resolved peacefully, even if it seems as far away as possible as it possibly could right now.
I talked about this with Mango yesterday, and she hasn't been able to find any links yet, but I'm thinking of doing essentially the same thing to help that I did with or that we did with Ukraine to help the civilians and the refugees and everything.
Oh, that'd be great.
Just raise a little bit of money just to help people, because combatants are one thing, soldiers are one thing, civilians, children, people who need water, people who need food. Try going a day without food, and it's not your fault. You will be far more pissed off than you've ever been in your life.
That's true, because fucking if I don't have enough food in me, I get fucking pissed off. So
which is actually kind of leads into one of the stupider things I've heard about this conflict so far. Israel gave 24 hours notice, we're going to invade, get the civilians out of there.
Yeah.
And people are screaming that's ethnic cleansing.
If
they would have just said fuck it, charged in, that would have been ethnic cleansing too. You know what I mean? How is it the wrong thing to do to give civilians a heads up? Say, get the fuck out of the combat zone.
The problem is logistical. There's no railways. There's not a whole lot of cars.
Yeah, it's an unrealistically short amount of time is the problem.
Basically, it's like if you've ever watched the
they
film,
they would have been condemned all the same for ethnic cleansing, no matter which route they took.
Well, they've been doing it for years.
Had they said, "Hey, we're gonna
a day," sorry.
Had they said you have 72 hours to leave, that's a little bit more of a realistic timeline. As opposed to 24 hours, because Israel has the support of the United States military.
Yeah, that's the best weaponry.
But Hamas is also embedded in the civilian population, and if you give them too much notice, they get the fuck out of town along with everybody else, and it just goes on and on and on. So
that's why I said 72 hours, because that's
you're fucking
about a standard amount of
a
standard amount of time. 24 hours is unrealistic for civilians.
Hold on.
Sorry, go ahead, man. Go ahead. Something to say.
Blaine, we know they can't leave. We don't mean leave the country. What we're saying, because there are refugee zones for people displaced by the rockets, like right in the southern part of Gaza, like right outside of the northern part of the strip where they're attacking. So like they were telling people in this northern part, hey, we're going to be sending rockets here. Get the fuck out.
Yeah, and
like we're not saying that they are being told to leave the country. No, they're being told to leave this one particular area of the Gaza Strip that's going to be attacked.
And militaries have done this throughout fucking history, especially like even as recent as like Iraq and Afghanistan. If there's going to be an operation in like a large town, let's say Fallujah, just to give some context. We have the air. We own the air, so we own the airspace. What's going to happen is the PSYOPs is going to drop leaflets all over the place, thousands of these leaflets saying there's about to be a fight. If you don't want to be involved and you don't want to be confused for a combatant, or if you have the means to get out, this is your timeline. And it happens all the fucking time. So these things will just fall to the ground. You'll see them, and it's just like, oh shit, I'm just a student. Like, I don't want to fucking be in this. Oh, I'm just I just don't own, this part of the market. I don't want to fucking be here. So you pack up all your shit and you get out, and then, however long later, 24, 72 hours later, that's when the two sides actually start fighting, and you let those motherfuckers kill each other instead of being in it. And are they going to destroy your home? Probably. Are they going to take away a lot of your livelihood? Probably. Are you going to be displaced and unable to, get back on your feet in a timely manner? More than likely. But at least you're alive and you have the opportunity to do so. So but you have to give a realistic timeline.
No, I agree. And I defer completely to Lizard on this issue, because he knows better than all of us, like how this should work, how, So, I appreciate you giving your take on that, man.
I appreciate you giving me the floor, but I don't want to look. We're talking about peace in the Middle East.
Biggest conversation ever.
I don't think this.
Let's move on to something else.
Stay up all night.
Let's move on to something else.
Oh, Mango, if you stick around a little while after the show, I'll tell you about the sword.
Yes. Oh my God! Look, I have no clue what the fuck Mudbroker does for a living. I have no idea what Mudbroker does. But what I do know is that he got to pull a fucking drawer from the morgue, and he had it on the fucking antique morgue cart, and that's fucking awesome. And two, there's a guy with a sword. Like, I don't know what you do. I'm too afraid at this point to ask, but goddamn, I love the story.
That sounds like an episode of like House Hunters. Oh yeah, my wife does organic yoga, and I make swords out of old antique morgue carts. We're looking for a house that's $1.7 million is our budget.
All right. Well, shall we move on to another topic?
And you'll be interested in this too, Lizard, because there's veterans involved.
I that's not surprising.
Mm-hmm. All right, so good old Chris Christie has found support in a very uncommon ally, or a very unexpected ally, I should say, because it seems like Andrew Yang's been actually supporting him and donating to his campaign. I want to talk about this because, like, there was a time, especially back when like Swagta was a host on the show, where we were really supporting Andrew Yang. Because he was running for the Democrat nomination, and in 2020, I still ended up voting for fucking Bernie. because I really thought about it for quite a while, but I saw that Bernie had the best chance and the most momentum, and ultimately I agreed with Bernie the most on most shit compared to Yang. So I supported him, and I don't regret it. I don't regret that vote one bit. But I will say that Yang has actually been coming out and supporting Chris Christie, which is really weird because I don't think that Christie has a snowball's chance in hell. This article kind of goes into it doesn't really like give a whole ton of fucking reasoning as to why, but I think that what it basically boils down to is he says that he's the best one, like offering like a resistance against Trump, which I don't even think is the goddamn case. Like he's just such like I don't know. There's not really anybody with any oomph running against Trump, you know. But he's just like he's not interesting. That's for sure.
Yeah. I'll give Christie a little credit. He hasn't been one of Trump's nut lickers.
Yeah, no, I get that, and that's definitely a plus. But like, you could say the same thing about like Rand Paul. You know,
yeah, the guy's basically an empty suit, a really big suit, but an empty one.
Yeah, like, and also that applies to a lot of people at this point, like fucking Mitt Romney and Rand Paul and shit like that. Like, there's been tons of Republicans at this point who have like been really fucking critical of Trump, and it's just weird to fucking see. Like Andrew Yang, who I get he's been trying to do his whole forward party thing, which is like sort of like a centrist like political movement, but like allying with Chris Christie, like he's not the type of person. I've not seen anything on Chris Christie's platform that's like there's that nebulous idea of freedom, but I've not seen anything that's like actually like enacting that idea that like Andrew Yang seems to put out. Like it's not like Chris Christie supports fucking UBI, which is like Yang's fucking pet issue, or it's not like he supports any of the actually like, you know, pretty progressive ideas that fucking Yang does have. But at the end of the fucking day, like there's no reason to be supporting this guy, and it doesn't actually give like a number, so we're not sure how much money he's actually like donating to fucking Chris Christie and his campaign. But any number at all is fucking ridiculous because it indicates right here at the end of the fucking article that the person who has the best fucking chance against Trump, and it's not even that good of a fucking chance, is actually fucking Ron DeSantis at 12%. Oh God, shut the fuck up. but yeah, no, it's like 12%. It's like 12% for It's like 12% for Ron DeSantis. And I don't care for Ron DeSantis at all. I don't like anybody who's running for the GOP right now. I do think there's way better. I wouldn't vote for anyone who's like running for the GOP, but I do think that there's better options that the party has to offer that they're not even fucking like bothering to. Either they're not willing to run against Trump, or like the party's not willing to run them. And it's fucking sad to see, because if we actually do just get fucking Trump versus Biden again, like that's a major fucking step back for us as a republic. Like it goes to show like that there's some serious structural change, and we already all know that shit, but it would make it clearer than ever that there's some type of issue that we need to tackle as a nation, like, you know, literally as a country, rather than just like two halves of one country.
Putting Biden back in office is just a second finger in the dike.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like,
if even that, like it's like a pinky finger in there when you needed a whole thumb.
Yeah. Shit's still gonna hit the fan.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe a little bit slower, but
he's
not by
fingering dikes.
As a Canadian, do not recognize Jean-François Gariépy. Yeah, what's up, nobody important? You know what? You're important to me.
Oh no, you're stuck with him. You're
Say
stuck
what?
with all of fucking Quebec.
Oh, yeah.
Keep that in mind.
Look at this maniacal face. So this is actually something very removed from the current.
Hold up. And it looks like he's like in the process of farting.
Yeah, it sure fucking does.
He looks really satisfied about the smell of that too.
That's a bubbler.
Oh, that was a good one.
Jeez.
Taste this poutine.
Oh, that's a cheek bubbler there.
All right.
That's amazing.
All right then. Jesus Christ. Okay. I have to make that a thumbnail for something at some point. But yeah, so this is not really something it is related to the current events that we've been talking about, but also not, because this is happened in June. So this is immediately around when I believe that Mama JF originally went missing. And he made this stream weirdly called False Declarations of Love. And I want to talk about it with you guys because it's really fucking weird, as you can imagine. And I think it's pretty telling about his mental state around this time. And I find that to be a worrying thing. So if you guys don't know, if anyone watching this doesn't know, you guys should go watch our last episode. It actually performed very well. And it was a very good one. But there's been a lot of weird accusations being made against Jean-François Gariépy here. And there's nothing concrete about it. But he's been looking really sus on a very weird particular issue involving his wife going missing. So let's take a look at this.
Where is this in the timeline?
Where is this? This is June 20th, 2023. So this is when Mama JF first went missing.
Okay. And the one we watched last time was like well after.
Yeah, that was closer to like right now.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure because I saw the June 20th. I couldn't remember what.
This is the earliest thing in the timeline that people have been talking about, from what I can tell.
Yeah, see, I missed the first little bit of this, but I remember I've seen him before, a few bits and pieces floating around the internet, and apparently he has a thing for mentally slow women.
Yeah,
it's a repeated thing that he's done. It seems like.
He is quoted as saying autistic women have success in the sex sphere.
I'll give you that one, but
also he was funded to make his YouTube channel by Jeffrey Epstein. If you didn't know that.
Okay.
It's not
true. Oh yeah, okay.
Yep. Funded in part by Jeffrey Epstein. All right, let's continue. Look at that fucking shit eating brain, like
shit living motherfucker.
Yeah, shit living.
This
I just invent a new phrase.
Yeah, I think you did.
This shit living, yeah. Well, he's got a shit life if he's actually done what he's been accused of.
Mm-hmm. I can't hear him.
You can't.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Then let's keep it that way. No, I'm just kidding. Fine. I'll reshare my screen. I must have forgot to check off the box. This will probably be our last thing we talk about, but we're probably gonna watch it. A decent amount. Probably like 5 minutes of it or so.
A chunk of it.
Yeah, a good old chunk of it, and then we'll wrap it up with this, just because people have been curious about this developing story, and I'll have more for you on this soon. So, I think it was like right here. I think
that could have guilty for a lot of gender affirming care during Pride Month. Can you believe that your brain is in that place where you're like, okay, a big loss has happened for the US government, and the only thing you can think of, since it's a loss where we've sent by error $6.2 billion to Zelensky, and the only thing that comes to your mind is, oh my God, we could have made so much sex change surgery onto people with this.
Be a better fucking... I know, I'm just kidding.
Okay. We sent $6 billion worth of military equipment. It's not like we were just like, hey, Zelensky, like, check your Cash App.
People think that you have to have one or the other too. It's like
no.
Yeah.
The equipment had already been made. It was still sitting there. We're talking about like.
This is a brain dead.
Do you know how many years the Pentagon has been trying to shut down M1 Abrams production?
Yeah.
They
were trying to shut it down before I joined.
I didn't even know that this incorporated his bad takes on the fucking war and over in Ukraine. Like, Jesus Christ, double whammy.
Yeah, I mean, we got like 5 times as many as we could possibly ever use because congressmen keep pushing for the contracts to go to their districts. Yeah. We can afford to,
jobs.
Yeah, we need the fucking room in the goddamn parking lots, guys. Ship this shit out.
That $6 billion goes towards like, so you think, oh, we're gonna send 30 tanks over there. Why does that cost, $1 billion to send 30 tanks? Well, you have to think of 1, the logistics, 2, the maintenance, 3, the actual material, 4, the ammunition, and 5, the training for those personnel to actually be able to use these tanks. And that costs a shitload of money. Mm-hmm. That's why when you go to a new job, they take a risk taking you on if you've never worked there before. Because they have to train you. They have to spend time and money to actually be able to train you to work there and, run machines or do, make sure you know how to tell people that the ice cream machine isn't working or whatever industry that you're in. That it's just a risk. And all of those small little parts cost money. Mm-hmm. So it's not just like we gave a pallet of money to fucking Ukraine and they were like, yeah, we're gonna go off to the market and buy an Abrams tank, and it just appears in front of them like a fucking video game. I hate people like this.
Yeah, no, exactly. He has this cartoon. If you can look at it.
What time's the bank open? 8. We're going in at 9, boys. We're going in at 9 for God.
Not to mention,
and, hey, look, here's a fetus. So pay whatever you want.
He goes out of his way to find the worst representative of someone on the left who is like, well, this money could have gone to something that I politically support, which is that's an argument to have, but
if you go looking for something stupid on the internet, you're gonna find it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
If you want the money to be spent at home, then let's spend it in the right places, and gender affirming care is one of those right places. But if all of the machinery and all this weaponry was already built, how do we turn that into gender affirming care?
I just want people to take a consistent.
You know what I'm saying?
It costs a shitload of money for that stuff to sit there unused because it's
exactly.
It's got to be maintained. It's got to be kept up. Yeah.
You gotta fucking turn the engine on once in a while, and the largest consumer of fossil fuels in the entire world is the U.S. military.
All right. Hey, what's up, Ashley? Hope you're doing well.
Howdy.
If you are not black-pilled, you should be starting now. The reason I was away from the show is that there were big changes here in the home. Mama JF has abandoned the family once again.
Framing it like that again. Also, he keeps making this statement. I've yet to find any confirmation. I've been looking into this subject matter pretty often, but I haven't found anything that Mama JF has ever left before this. This does seem to be the first time thing that, as far as I can tell, but JF keeps saying it's happened before. If it has, then I haven't seen anyone talk about it, and I haven't seen him prove it with any source or anything. So who's to say? I don't believe a thing that he fucking says.
It's really too bad.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, if she dips out for a week and goes and stays at a hotel or whatever, that's one thing, and you can call that abandonment and whatever.
Yeah.
But the thing that got me is, why are you showing the American flag behind you while you're talking about this? Seems a little bit of contrast.
Yeah, interesting.
It sucks. And it's not something that I wanted, but it is just that's just what it is. I mean, I've been covering for many years how women are just unstable, and as long as you don't,
comes all back to that sexism argument, the overlining thing that's been the through line through everything that we've seen here is he just thinks that women are inferior. This is a lot like what we've been talking about in the previous topics. Dave thinks the exact same fucking way. He thinks that women are second-class citizens who deserve to be treated like complete and utter garbage. Their intelligence should be insulted. Their fucking physical capability should be insulted on every way possible. It's how the fuck can you think this way and live with yourself and want a woman as a partner? If you fucking feel that way, if you think men are so superior, wouldn't you just be fucking gay?
Yeah, that's actually a good point.
It is, isn't it? Yeah. A lot of them are. At the end of the day, you'd be surprised. They just don't want to admit it.
Wait. Women are citizens?
Yeah, you said that in the live chat.
This is news to me, Mud. I don't know. I don't know when that happened.
Jesus.
Women?
Last time.
Exist?
Oh, what the fuck? Did I miss a memo or something?
I'm gonna have to fire my secretary.
Oh my god! If this was one of my like older streams with one of my older thumbnails, the question mark word would just be women.
There you go. There's thumbnail material for you.
Yeah, well, past me can use that, but I've moved on.
Last time Mud used a computer before this one and had punch cards.
I still got my coal burning computer.
Oh my god!
Constrain them legally to stay with you. They will choose. They will choose to become a crack whore on the street.
Oh my god! Where's
I-
that good old fashioned sexism? You know.
Speak for yourself.
It's beyond sexism. It's misogyny.
Well,
Just
fair
flat
enough.
out.
Well, yeah, those tend to go hand in hand, but yes.
Before they choose a stable relationship. So it's as simple as this. Civilization is either a polygamous crack whore based civilization or it's a marriage based one, and men must be the one just forcing it. We have to force it. We have to give up our principles for.
I would rather be, if I were a woman, I would rather be a crack whore on the street than anywhere near JF.
Yeah.
Just give me the crack.
Yeah. I mean, in his
crack sounds pretty good.
Crack is great.
Yeah.
Greater than this shit.
Crack is quite good, but you got, I guess in his one specific case, he actually is right. You know, a choice between being a crack whore, they'd rather be a crack whore than, you know, be married to him.
Fair enough.
For choice and liberty.
I would also choose crack.
Well, you have it here confirmed by a woman themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah. All
Just
right.
what it
Hey,
is. Now,
everybody
that's it.
hit up Mango for crack.
No, don't say that. Jesus Christ.
No.
That's not,
Jesus Christ.
that's not how being a crack whore works.
Listen.
Okay. Look,
Mango is crack talent. Let's get that right.
All right, you know what? This is whack, just like crack. Let's
You
move
shut
on,
up.
or else I'm gonna break Eon's back. Let's continue.
Mango doesn't have any crack.
She has
Help her
been
out.
honorable in her leaving. So I'm not even going to comment on the details and all, but as happened last time, I will simply repeat the same thing.
Oh, thank you, Jilly's mom.
I did not choose this. I truly believe in monogamy and full devotion to each other, and yet I'm faced with a world of females who.
Sorry, I was grabbing a drink. Jilly's mom sent in a donation. Thank you very much for supporting my lovely co-host here.
Fit and Kirby. Lizard is wearing his glasses because he has, in solidarity with Mango, chosen the crack whore route.
It's because he's cool. What the fuck are you saying? That's why.
It's actually because I wanted to match the picture behind me.
Damn. Perfect.
No, I was like I said, I was fidgeting around and my sunglasses were there, so I just put them on and I was like, oh, this fits the aesthetic a little bit because
yeah,
else
looks
is
good.
Black.
Looks fucking good. Yeah, by the way, we got like 20 beautiful people. I like to remind you guys every once in a while, like this shit. If you like this shit, it goes a long way. Our last episode did really well, so if you like this shit, then it'll help us keep growing, and I would really appreciate that shit. It's just one button, fellas.
And Finn Curvy says, "Say yes to drugs, kids."
That's not
especially the kids.
That's not what she said. She said say no to drugs.
What she meant was no.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, no.
Say maybe to drugs.
You know what? I like that. I like that. But you know what though? There's one thing we can't forget. There's one thing we can't fucking forget though.
A lighter, because we have to smoke our drugs.
Nope.
That's the one.
Go to hell, die before you die.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Only if you run out.
You forgot that Albano is Mario told kids on TV, if you do drugs, you go to hell before you die.
Yeah. No, I didn't forget that he did that. I just forgot that, if you do drugs, you go to hell and you die.
Oh, well, did you forget this? Go ahead. I'm sorry. I won't play it yet.
I was going to say, just like, if you have sex, you'll get pregnant and you'll die.
Whoa, yeah, Jesus Christ. All right.
That's
am
why you
willing
should
to
always have
test-
sex in the ear.
I am willing to test both of these hypotheses.
Man.
Yes.
Who
Sex
wants
is
to go to the truck stop with me?
You know, Ted,
No.
sex is dirty. Sex is dirty, nasty, and filthy. So make sure you only do it with someone you've married.
if in the ear counts as penetration, then that technically means when someone's listening to this show, they're getting penetrated in 2 holes by this program.
Yeah.
Yeah,
By
that's one way to-
usually 3 or 4
Thankfully,
people.
it's consensually.
Yeah,
Double
exactly. Yeah,
team.
exactly. You're voluntarily clicking on this.
You know what
Double
you're getting.
teamed by the Vaughn.
Hey,
Yeah.
just remember, this stream comes to you in stereo because we don't want to give you mono.
Oh God! All right.
I'm a gangster. I'd like to use some gangster shit.
I think that's my favorite drop. All right, let's continue on with this. Yeah, let's continue on with this. I don't want to deliberate too much on it.
You know, it's she was honorable in the process, and that she didn't do anything to destroy me or to destroy the family, and so credit, and that's it. I'm continuing life. These 3 days, I needed them to rearrange my setup. Things are different when there's not someone.
This was not that long. I believe Mango pointed out like some exact dates here. Let me see.
June 2nd is when he allegedly dropped her off to go live in the wild. And then he said 2 days later, that's when she stopped like pinging and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So technically it would be, June 5th that like contact fully stopped with like family and everything.
So this is a couple weeks later.
Yeah.
And he's already acting like it's over, like the entire fucking situation's over. But he's trying to maintain this facade that also this is something that's happened before and he's not worried about it. So which one is it?
And this was supposed to be her idea to go live in the wild and commune with nature.
Yeah, like
Okay.
like the wild thornberries, but in real life. That's what the plan was, according to JF.
Around, I need to set up different things that relates to my tasks in the home. I'm now in charge of keeping the home clean and everything. And
yeah, you're a housewife now.
Yeah.
Because you might have done something to your previous one.
And honestly, it's like it's a takeover.
Wait, he's got to keep the home clean.
Yeah.
All of the, maybe there might have been some spillage or skin cells.
Yeah.
Something certain people in certain professions would call evidence.
Just always remember, don't clean up blood spill with bleach. It still leaves a residue.
What, I have to clean it up now when I nut all over the floor? Shit, that's terrible.
Are you bleeding?
You nut blood?
Like what? Hold on.
What?
Whoa.
Just don't let anybody play around with the black light in your house. You'll be okay.
Anna, are you beating that thing to death like it owes you fucking back rent or something?
No,
Jesus. Just get a fucking fleshlight or make a fifi or something, man.
A fifi? Jesus Christ.
Get a goddamn
buy a torso like Rev did.
All right, wait a nut blood.
That's just going too far.
Yeah, really shot your wad there.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty messed up when someone comes into Anna's room just to find a lighter or something. And they see a bloody torso on the floor.
All right, get your fucking yucks in. All right.
You love us.
Yes, I invite you back every week, don't I?
Yes, you do.
Was giving her full reign into determining how the home would be placed and the various care that she would have to do. She was determining what she was doing. But now that I'm...
Well, yeah, she's a person with her own fucking autonomy. Of course she was going to have her way about things and want to have, like, things set up. If she's doing all the fucking work to take care of the house, then yeah, she's going to probably want some influence on how it's looked and how it's structured and how it's presented. That's the least you can fucking let her have control over. If you're not going to give her control over literally everything else in her life.
Yeah, hey. He's a good husband. He allowed her to clean the house as she saw fit.
Yeah.
Just don't let her buy some succulents, because then all of a sudden there's succulents just everywhere.
Fuckers.
Yeah, no, I chuckle. I chuckle every fucking week at the ridiculous shit that me and my amazing co-host here get into. So it's worth it all. You know, it's worth it. It's goddamn.
You're welcome.
Yeah, even though I trip over my words fucking constantly, and every time that I do, my co-hosts make sure to exploit it to the best of their ability. It's funny, you know. It's good banter. it's the most amazing shit.
It's okay. Just like Dave, you're illiterate.
Yeah, exactly. At least, but you know what the difference is, right? I have a good sense of humor about it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, exactly. That's the big difference.
You know what the biggest difference between you and Dave is?
What?
You have friends.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, probably because I have a sense of humor.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Treat everything as a fucking transactional kind of basis.
No, exactly. Yeah. All I want is to have a good time on this show. That's all I've ever cared about.
And at some point in your life, you've probably actually gotten laid.
Oh, yeah. Something Dave can't say.
Yeah.
Mango, say knobs. Come on, say it.
Oh my god.
It wants you to say it.
This isn't brunch.
All right, say it tomorrow on brunch.
Mango's saving all of her knobs for brunch.
All right.
Hey, I'm not saving all of my knobs for brunch. Thank you very much. There's only one particular set of knobs that I like to look at.
Oh, asshole cooking show.
You got to get your knobs
there you
off.
go.
Man.
She likes her garlic knobs.
It's an intimate experience.
Yeah.
Turn your knob to blob.
Sometimes even a knob of butter.
Right.
They're just hobnobbing it now.
Jesus Christ, that's Mango can have my knob, she said.
We talk about it
hold
all
on.
the time.
Let me wind up my camera for that one.
Oh man. All right, let's continue.
The head of the home, I like things a little cleaner. I like things a little more orderly. I like things, if you don't use something, I want it in the trash, you know.
This is the exact fucking type of control freak behavior that really worries me in this situation. Because, yeah, he's this type of person. He had control over almost everything, but there was like maybe 5% that she had control over, and he had to do something about it immediately as soon as she fucking left. Like, she could come back to an unrecognizable fucking house and he wouldn't care. It was just like, oh, yeah, you know, like, how long did it take you to change this shit? Because I know that this is only 2 weeks after, but how long did it take him after she fucking left to already be doing that shit, the cleaning and stuff?
What if she got into like a serious accident, like she got T-boned and was just in like a body cast essentially? What the fuck are you gonna do? And she's still in the house, and you have to take care of her and the house and everything else. Are you still gonna act like this?
He would just probably write it off as a bad investment and be like, all right, well, I'm moving on to the next woman.
Well, I could just throw her in the dumpster. It's not like she's going to be able to climb out of it.
Yeah, it's not like she'll be able to move her way out. Let's just hope the garbage man doesn't notice.
She's in a body cast. Just take her outside and prop her up against a tree. Get a new one in there.
A new one in there.
It's a Quebec garbage man. They probably don't give a shit what they're shoveling in there. If they notice it's a dead body, they'll probably just put it in there anyway.
Wow, way to disparage the French.
Yeah, the good people of Quebec. Yeah.
Wow, way to double down.
yeah. Oh man, fuck Quebec, honestly. Genuinely. Fuck
because they speak French, and no country that speaks French is taken seriously. The only reason people pay attention to France because they got fucking nukes, for God's sake.
I've got a bigger issue with like the extreme nationalism that comes out of Quebec, but also, yeah, being French ain't that much of a positive addition.
It's the same thing. Extreme nationalism, French.
Yeah. Oh man, I wish that wasn't the case, but unfortunately, yeah.
I mean, when they say the French people are revolting, they just mean they smell bad.
Shut up. Oh god.
The guy of I want access to everything. No, Jeff would constantly pack the fridge with all of her vegetables and stuff.
Oh man, stuff that's not fucking meat.
It's like she had food and stuff that she wanted to eat.
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with her?
Yeah, he also mentions like I think he gets into it like very shortly after this, but now it's basically empty.
It's like I wouldn't eat. I don't know if she would eat it, but I'm more like a guy. I want an empty fridge where I can access each of the important ingredients: ketchup, relish, mustard. And
is that all you eat for a diet?
What are you subsisting on fucking
condiments?
ballpark franks?
Yeah, dude.
Like in Fight Club.
All condiments, dude.
Like in Fight Club. Here's my fucking refrigerator laying in the streets. How
Yeah.
embarrassing. There's nothing but condiments.
Yeah, dude. Exactly. That's exactly JF's diet.
And I don't want anything more. I don't want anything more.
Wait, you don't want anything more than relish and ketchup? You're right, dude. That's all he wants.
Nicholas Petrus says, Mama JF, please come back. We'll see if she comes back like last time. At this point, I'm not counting on anything.
Wow, that was ominous as shit.
Wow, yeah, I didn't even think about that. Like, damn.
Well, she might show up one of these days.
Hopefully not. Yeah. Like, Jesus Christ.
She's gonna show up on a fucking podcast in 2 years. Yeah, some hiker stumbled across a skeleton.
Yeah.
I've just become just totally shelled from this because it's like it happened to me so often, and so often that woman would make you commit into a lifestyle, make you commit into caring for them, and then they will just disappear and ruin your life in the process.
Maybe it's because you're a piece of shit who's not honest and upfront about your feelings and intentions. That could always be something like that. Yeah.
You know, leaving the homicidal overtones aside.
Yeah.
If you're saying that there's one common denominator to this problem, how come they always leave me?
I don't know. Yeah, maybe you're the issue. That's not always the case, but you know, it can only be so many times before you realize that maybe you're an issue and should change as a person.
Yeah, this sounds like things that make you go, duh. Like, well, come on,
you would
dude.
think that he would know by now that he's the issue when in 2018 he had to try to appeal a court in North Carolina because his ex-wife was awarded sole physical legal custody of their child, and he was not even granted visitation. And he tried to appeal, and the court was like, no, we are going to stick with our judgment. Mother gets full everything. You get literally nothing unless you undergo a full-scale psychological evaluation. And he was like, no.
Which I'm
so, like, at some point, dude, you're the issue. Like,
I'm thinking the reason he didn't go through that psychological evaluation is because he can't even out the spacing on his headphones, like where it actually, like where you.
Oh yeah, I noticed that.
Why is it all to the left?
The fucking head pad is to one side. Like,
why? That looks so uncomfortable.
Dave Nordahl moment.
So he did the full scale evaluation. Oh, and I'm reading through this. He did the full scale evaluation with a court designated psychologist, and they expressed concern regarding his, quote, serious mental health issues, end quote, emotional and interpersonal relationship skills, and lack of self-control.
Yeah, that pretty much narrows it down a little bit.
I've learned from having my life wrecked in many cities and many governments and many countries before I got it, and I understood that you have to set your life on the assumption that your woman will leave you, and that is that should be a black pill to anyone in the chat, because here I am with complete freedom, complete support. I can offer.
No one in the audience is this fucking stupid, but if you're just a passerby and you see this shit, because I know we probably got some new viewers when we talked about the JF shit, never take this man's opinion on anything seriously. It's pretty safe to just take the opposite route and anything that JF gives as life advice, because this man is one of the most irresponsible fucking scumbags I've ever seen on the internet, regardless of if he did any fucking shit to his wife that he's been accused of. Either way, he's not someone you should take seriously. He's not someone who should have a fucking platform anywhere on the internet to say his fucking, hateful goddamn bullshit, because he's gone way over the line multiple times. He's a literal fucking white supremacist, and that's a label that gets thrown around all the time on people, but in this case, it's a really one of the most applicable uses of it. He's said the fucking rhetoric. He's hidden behind the fact that he's got, degrees and shit like that, which, I've heard, verifiable. I've heard there's been disputes on the validity of where he got his fucking degrees from. But at the end of the fucking day, he's a grifter and you shouldn't trust him. He's a really fucking evil man.
He argued for an ethno state, I think, on the Drunken Peasants.
Yeah, that should have been a red flag right there.
I think that's the first place I heard about it, and I was like, wow, fuck this guy.
Yeah, I think that might have been after he was a patron for them. I'm pretty sure that was already after that. They were just having him on there to pick his brain at that point.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that was for a lot of people, I think that was when they first realized it should have been a red flag. And I think it was a red flag for most people who watch that shit. That's okay, this person's not trustworthy. We can't fucking, we can't continue to follow, support, and condone the fucking shit that he's doing. Because for a lot of people before that, when he was first just on that show, they just thought that he was a normal dude.
Yeah, and he is supposedly an evolutionary biologist. And
yeah, allegedly.
Where he came in, because he wanted to argue against G-Man, which literally anybody that can, they can.
There was a time where he was
food in a fridge that isn't just condiments can argue.
Yeah, exactly.
G-Man.
Your average person. But no, there was actually a time where he was trying to finagle himself into a position where he was going to have a debate on that show once a month. That would have been a shit show if they actually
Jesus.
Can you imagine that alternate timeline where they actually got JF involved in that fucking show? That show would have fucking fallen apart even earlier if that shit happened, because I guarantee you that would have been a ticking time bomb.
I'd rather watch the fucking 48 hours of Brett Keane content.
Yeah, me too. Exactly.
Yeah, for 12.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ, dude.
To any woman, I can pay for your life. You don't need to work for the rest of your life. And here you can do whatever you want in the home. Here you want this floor yours, that's all yours. You do whatever you like. And even when you get to that point with Bitcoin reserves and everything, they will still choose to go to the city to be a crack whore. That is just what women are. They are.
It's really the narrative that he's
literally
going with.
Literally the opposite of any experience ever.
Yeah, but go off though,
All crack whores deep inside, and some of them can hide.
Did you just say women are all crack whores deep inside? I'm sorry. One second.
Absolutely.
They are all crack whores deep inside. And
yeah, he did say that.
Just that some can hide it better.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, that accent sure disguised it.
Deep inside.
Oh, yeah?
I just love crack.
No, we're not. No, we're just whores, and it's fine.
Yeah.
There's no slut shaming in these parts.
Oh, come on, Mango. If I didn't showed up with a chunk of crack the size of my thumb.
Wait, you've been buying her crack too?
Yeah.
This whore. Jesus.
What a two-timing whore!
God damn
it. All right. Well, damn. Okay.
Boy, I feel stupid now.
Man. I had to go all the way to. You know how many dark alleys I went down?
Why you two-timing? What?
Did Yosemite Sam join the chat?
Yeah. Yosemite Sam has joined the panel.
For a amount of time for a.
Okay. Hoa!
Who's
two-timing hooah!
I've actually got to remake a thumbnail with emo in it, and I'm actually kind of excited because he's got a really expressive face.
Specific.
Nobody important. You can get women with meth. They just have a lot fewer teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah, they love not having teeth, though.
Billy Boy, why are you exposing our secrets here?
There's something to be said for that.
It's one thing to have an expressive face and be on the internet. It's another thing to not have a shower curtain, which we know he doesn't have.
Yeah, because we know he doesn't shower.
Even talking here specifically about Mama JF, but women in general are simply not trustable, and they constrain themselves into living in poverty, like through their own.
It's the most neglected fucking bathroom in human history. Doesn't shower, doesn't use the toilet, just shits his fucking diaper all day. Wah.
Are you talking about JF or emo? I'm honestly confused.
Schrodinger's answer there, because yeah.
Who are you talking about?
Little column A, little column B.
Yeah, I call this Schrodinger's cow.
Through their own choices, and when it wrecks the life of children, I think we have a social interest in intervening.
Because JF has really become a little cow out of this. Even the people who used to respect him, like who would like give him attention and shit like that, have been dogging on him, like really hardcore. So, yeah, it's fucking over for JF. Like the influence that he had is fucking rapidly declining, and we're all just here laughing at it together, which I'm happy to do.
Can you go back 10 seconds and just listen? Let's just listen to what he has to say.
Constrain themselves into living in poverty, like through their own choices, and when it wrecks the life of children, I think we have a social interest in intervening and cutting out that liberty. But
whoa!
As soon as they bang out them kids, lock them the fuck up.
Dude, Lizard, you looked at the camera because you thought the same thing I was thinking when that was said. Like, damn, dude. Good catch. Good catch.
When someone says we have to basically extinguish them of their liberty.
He specifically said cut out, too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. Look, I'm just pointing things out.
Yeah, no, I know. You're doing a good job. Thanks for catching that. Damn. That might be the find of the fucking episode. So, you get you get the golden moment of the episode. Maybe we'll actually make that a thing.
Get the golden fish hook.
Yeah.
In my case, I'm comfortable enough, and Mama JF has left me with everything that matters in life, what matters most of life. And so, what can I do? I cannot hate her. I cannot be frustrated about this, and that's it. So that's why I had to take 3 days total.
Oh,
thinking about it, like I found where, like, you know, he tried to appeal a court in North Carolina over the custody of his kid because it went to the mother, just the mother. He doesn't get visitation. He didn't agree with the court ordered psychological evaluation. Was like, no, this is wrong. And he's talking about how Mama JF left him with the most important thing in the world. Was he trying, because she had allegedly asked him about, you know, where the relationship was, like, what's going on here, like, are we done, are we good? What if he's trying to avoid another one of those situations where he doesn't get custody or visitation of his child?
Yeah, maybe. That's wow. I didn't think about that. That's good. You're really good at, like, you know, putting like thoughts together. You're a thinker, aren't you? You're a fucking thinker. You do things. That's a good point, honestly.
Mango encyclopedia.
Yeah, Mango's got a brain, all right. That's for sure.
Eat shit, world book. We got Mango.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but I mean, it just raises so many more questions.
I know, yeah, that gets me thinking even more. Like,
get them wheels turning.
Yeah, it's been a roller coaster of emotions with this shit, honestly. we'll probably continue to talk. We'll watch a little bit. We'll probably watch up to the 10-minute mark.
Okay.
'Cause, well, this has been interesting. Honestly, we've had a lot to say. So after that, we'll wrap this up.
All too. I made so much cleaning, so much reinstalling, so much plastering of the walls, construction, renovation. I wanted to set the home in the way I like it.
Why are you plastering walls?
Yeah, a lot of reconstruction, new drywall, fixing holes in the walls.
A couple new floorboards, maybe.
Yeah.
Fair point. Mangs? Mangs?
Billy Boy was calling me Mangs.
Mangs, that's adorable.
Mangs.
Gay.
What? Jesus.
Sorry, I channeled 90s lizard.
Us heterosexuals call her mango tits.
Love you for it, mudballs.
Everything. The fridge is super clean. I had
there's nothing in it but condiments.
What is that?
A new fridge.
Oh yeah, sometimes he spices it up though. He gets some barbecue sauce in there as well. Like he's a bit
Some
adventurous.
mayonnaise, barbecue sauce, oyster sauce, fish sauce.
Yeah, one of his
sauce.
One of his fans sent him something recently, despite the fact that he's also homeless. It was something a bit different, some siracha nays, real big. Fucking, yeah.
Oh,
just send him some baconaise. Maybe he might be able to make a fucking sandwich out of it.
I could actually see Lucas Werner like being a fan of fucking JF just because like they're completely on different sides of the political spectrum allegedly, but they have the exact same opinions on women. So,
and dietary recommendations, I guess.
Yeah, fair.
A gigantic fridge, and it was too bad because I couldn't profit from this fridge because there was just too much things in it.
Like
what?
Bodies.
Yeah.
You couldn't profit from this fridge? You expect to get some income back from your fridge?
What in the fuck? Are you like leasing your fridge to like?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, like is it one of those
like a
LG touchscreen fridges?
Is it something you're like fucking posting to Walgreens or some shit? Like, is your fridge on like fucking installment or some shit? Is it on a timeshare? Are you sending that fucker to Florida?
Does he not understand depreciation of value?
I don't think he understands most things.
Well, yeah, I mean, especially look, I don't understand what this hand thing is, but it should not be in my face, and I hate it.
What do you think of? Doesn't that look weird? I don't know how to explain it, but like, look at that.
It looks fucking weird.
Yeah, it does.
It's the way that his thumb is like being seen through like the space between his ring finger and his pinky.
Just doing this. He just has short little tiny man finger.
Yeah. Look at that.
To be fair, that thumb is probably the thumb that he uses to like jam up his ass when he's not doing anything.
One of the weirdest looking things I've ever seen in my life, honestly. Like,
honestly,
I've never seen
a really
hand.
Good frame. Just you should clip that out and just post it with no context.
Oh my god! All right,
JF cupping your balls.
Oh,
what?
Shit. Wait a minute. There we go. All right, I'll screenshot that at some point. Yeah.
Oh, I can't imagine that thumb being on the seam.
Little French dick beaters.
His thumb is just so oddly shaped.
Yeah, that's not normal. I'm trying to do that with my thumb, and I can't make it look even remotely like that.
He's given us a rare glimpse into the real French dip.
It looks like two thumbs growing.
Oh my god!
It looks like the head of a sexual organ. To be honest.
Yeah, to be fair, the French dip was invented in California.
The California dip.
He on.
It was no shit.
What, Anna?
This is gonna make for an interesting thumbnail.
Hey.
Yeah. You really had your thumb on that one.
That brain, but
the illusion has been destroyed. I now know. I now see it's a hand.
Boiled brain.
That was a weird. That was like a very weird frame.
Did you suddenly gain object permanence?
Oh, yeah, okay, shut up.
Yeah, that looks even worse.
Oh my god, it's a thumb.
Yeah, it's a thumb.
I can't even say it. Bald bat brains, little
talking about Dave.
The hairs from a squirrel.
What?
Coniferous branches. Like Mama JF was operating this fridge like a fucking witch.
What?
Fuzz from a squirrel, bats, brains, and something about a ferret.
Let me take this.
I can't even say it. Bald bat brains, little hairs from a squirrel, coniferous branches.
Oh,
like Mama JF was.
Coniferous branches. Yeah.
Everything was all over the place.
That's
boiled bat brains, hair from a squirrel, and coniferous.
I do not believe that shit. That's crazy. Like what?
Dude, I'm sorry that you're like the ketchup wasn't in the door. What?
Okay,
it's just me. That sound made up.
I get it, JF. Ketchup is a beverage for you. All right.
That shit sounds made up to me. Like, I don't know about you. That sounds like something literally out of a storybook that JF just came up with.
I think
like if
I was just gonna say I think the translation just doesn't really work from like French to English. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I feel you. I feel you.
It would make a lot more sense if we could speak French.
Oh, clearly, yeah.
Yeah, but I think like the gist of the matter is like she didn't have the relish and the ketchup together, and there was like I don't know a rotisserie chicken.
It was proof that their marriage was out of whack.
Fucking witch.
How?
But I'm back into what matters in the fridge. I like it that way. So that's it. It's also a part of the process of recovering. In your plans in life. I needed time to
call the RCMP and have them check that fridge.
Yeah, come on.
Might need.
Let's see if there's some brains other than bat brains in there.
Tell them to bring a tarp.
Yeah.
Where am I headed in life? Do I want to attach myself to a new woman? I think I may not actively see.
It's not even been a month.
Yeah,
but he doesn't see women as people.
Yeah, so. You don't generally attach yourself to women. Well, sometimes there's duct tape involved, which can be a lot of fun. But
I'm sure that's the way JF does it. So fair.
Look, I mean, if you're both hoarders, you could get fused together with the bed sores.
Yeah, that's true.
DK woman,
kind of like little spot welds.
Yeah.
Oh,
a little JB weld does the relationship good.
Although, if there are women who are seeking insemination, I would be available at this.
No, stop.
Oh, fuck! You're making that proposition. Come on.
No, JF. There is no market for you in that.
I gotta remember that line next time I get to town.
If anybody's
you'll be a hit with a lady.
If there are any women seeking insemination, I'm available.
Dude, try it out. You'll really knock the socks off of those potatoes.
Let me just do the one pump chump bit and fucking leave you with a baby after 9 months. Oh yeah, that'll be fucking great.
Honestly, I think it would be hilarious to see Mudbrooker just pull out like make a fire and have a cast iron pan and just start making a meal. And as soon as people start gathering around, like, that smells great. He's like, any women seeking insemination, I'm available. And all of a sudden, we're just like, so Mudbrooker's off at his honeymoon.
JF is basically saying, I'm available to sneeze my man mayo into the next woman that's available.
All right.
If you've taken a ticket, you can take the ride.
Oh,
You
God.
know, if I did
Ride's over.
that and made my steak Diane, I would get laid. Steak Diane will get you some.
I bet this guy has a 4-inch dock. I mean, maybe even smaller than that. Like, you know, who knows?
Does he live by the water?
Wow. Yeah, I don't know. That must be a small boat.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's compensating for something. You know.
And it's a paddle boat.
I've done enough in my life. I've sacrificed enough of my emotional health and wealth to caring for women. So
there's certainly pronunciations of those words.
If you want to take the insemination offer, my policy is to almost never refuse. But
what?
Almost never.
Wow, you're desperate for this.
Almost
idea,
never.
Hey, the man's got standards. Okay.
You'll basically take what you can get. Is that what you're saying?
JF's policy is the IQ of 80 and under.
Oof. Oh, that's even a little far from me. Jesus.
I'm not going to solicit it.
Oh wait, not the IQ thing. The joke. Hold on, I had to quickly clarify that one.
Oh my God! Yeah, Jesus Christ!
Hold on.
Yeah. Wow, I saw the expression change in his face when he was like, "Hey, wait a minute, that could be interpreted a slightly different way than I intended."
Look here to listen. I know what I said.
That's just called a joke, yeah.
Woman, because I've reproduced enough in my life. I can now care for the future and also take some time to enjoy life rather than always be at the service of these emotional wrecks.
So he's done with women. He thinks he's done with women permanently. That's kind of ominous as well, I will say. And we're going to leave it out with that for tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's quite the. It's not looking good. It's not looking good.
Quite the. I don't know. There's a bit of a longer there, a bit of a pregnant pause.
Yeah. Hanger, maybe.
That was a bit of something.
Yeah, it was something, all right.
Yeah, no, that was that was overall a very a lot of good conversations, a lot of productive talks in this this episode that we did. I'm very happy with it overall because a lot happened this week and there was a lot I wanted to talk about. So thank you everyone who was on panel here. As always, I'll go through and ask you guys what you're up to, and I'll have you all give your fucking spiel. So Mango, I'll let you go first. Go ahead and talk about anything you want to talk about. I'll have these links up here as well.
Okay, so tomorrow morning before brunch, you can catch me doing a stupid morning bullshit so that I can fundraise more stuff for Small Human without invading, Lizard Stream with it, because I think that's rude. So y'all can catch me there tomorrow morning, and yeah, if y'all would like to help me and Small Human, be able to do things like our laundry and eat and all that fun stuff, you can do so at those links, and you can see me on brunch at, I don't know what time Lizard's doing brunch, but you'll catch me early and then brunch right after.
Probably 11.
Sounds
all right.
But
Cool.
I can go last because I also have that anecdote.
All right, yeah. I'll give you the platform last. All right, Hyun, you're next. What do you want to talk about? What's your last final thoughts or anything you want to say?
I haven't the slightest, foggiest clue, except I'm kind of annoyed that Mountain Dew Throwback is being nationally discontinued, and it was have no idea why, even though it's been on permanent feature since 2012. I did manage to find bottles of Throwback earlier tonight when I did my shopping. But as far as everything else is gone, it seems like lately there has been a massive run on sugary products, and one of those is soda. So don't be surprised because people are just believing fucking whatever they want at this rate. Stock up reasonably.
So you're upset that Mountain Dew Throwback's gone?
No, it's not. It's not gone. It's being nationally discontinued. So there might be pockets of it. but I don't know where those pockets are going to be. But also, I've drank enough Mountain Dew to know that that's not the thing that will rot your teeth. If you eat a shitload of potato chips and don't brush your teeth, that will do it faster because it's starch.
Mountain Dew throwbacks being discontinued nationally. What a stupid fucking thing to be upset about. All right, Mudbrooker, what do you have to say?
Fuck you, Anna.
Wow. And dismissed.
Yeah, well, okay. Set me up good. Alrighty. Yeah, I'm doing a live stream on Tuesday. And beyond that, nothing terribly exciting. Gonna have the wood stove going here within the next couple of weeks. Do a little cooking on that. It's always fun. Got my first recipe all picked out. It's one of my favorites, one that I kind of invented myself. It's a really good meal.
Hell yeah, check that shit out.
Keep an eye out. Now, like I said, a couple of weeks or so should be good to go. Should be cool enough that I can run the damn thing in the house without driving myself out. Anyhow, that's pretty much all I got.
All right, Lizard, it's your turn. I'll make you big even.
Oh, hey. So tomorrow I'm gonna be doing brunch, probably around 11, 11 Eastern Standard Time for those of you in different time zones. But yeah, we're Mango's gonna torture us with food, and then once the knobs come out, then well, she gets some Kenny G. But anyway, so I had I have some aspirations in my life, right? And one of those things is actually to do like stand-up comedy. I want to do stand-up comedy at some point. I feel like I'm funny at some points, but I was really nervous to do it. And the community center, like literally right up the road, we're talking maybe 2 minutes up the road, they had a stand-up comedy thing. They were like, hey, it's an open mic essentially, so you can come up and say whatever you want. I was really nervous. I wrote down some stuff, and I went up there and told a bunch of jokes, and I got no laughs. And it was kind of embarrassing, but at the same time, like I told 10 jokes and I got no laughs. So I guess, out of the 10, no pun in 10 did get the laughs.
Wow.
Boo. Boo.
All right, that was funny actually.
That was
all right. To all the people who are watching
terrible.
still, drop a like. It would really mean a lot. Like I said earlier, if you would like this shit. The last episode really performed well. Our numbers have been growing, and if you guys continue to like, it'll continue to help us out. And yeah, it's fucking free. So stay tuned for next time. We'll have a new intro and an updated outro. So anyone who's signed up for Patreon and shit, you'll be featured, and it'll be updated. So yeah, stay tuned for that shit. I know we have one new person who signed up for Patreon, so you'll be included very soon next time we go live. So yeah, thank you everybody, and thank you for everyone who's on panel. I'll have links to their channels down below so you can check out their shit if they make content. Anyway, yeah, all right, good night guys. You have a fantastic exactly, yeah.
Hey, fuck you. Fuck you too, Lizard.
That's why there was the Gregnant pause, because Jan needs to start making fucking content already.
Oh yeah, I'll get to the content as soon as I can fucking figure out my life. All right?
All
right.
All right, good night everybody. Take it sleazy. Thanks for
Night,
coming.
fruit bowls.
Yep. Free range fruit bowls. Stay toasty, y'all.